It's Tuesday, the day after Halloween, and I owe y'all something else. Once again, it is November 1st, everybody. 11/1/22. Good to be here. Good to have you here. Got something I want to talk about today, again, in regards to Debbie Collier's case. It's a little bit of a different look at some of the things we've been talking about. I put a I'll tell you. I'll tell you here in a minute. It's great to have you guys here. I hope you all had a great Halloween, and let's get into it, everybody. Good day. Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening, and good night, wherever you are in the world. I hope I hit one of those places. Good to see you guys. Good to be here with you guys. Got some interesting stuff to talk about for sure today. As always, I see my meatballs are all here. All my green meatballs. Michelle Wilkinson, good to see you. As always. Miss Daisy Dad. Cat K is in the house. My little sister Brandy, welcome. Well, Smoothie Cakes. God, good to see you so much. Take your time, Schmooby. Take your time. Izzy Rose. Oh my God, COVID is a bad thing, Izzy. I hope you are getting better, my dear. I hope you are. Praying for you. Bonnie Bailey, welcome. Good to see you. Miss Nisa Lum, welcome. Good to see you here. Karen Newsom, hi. How are you? Good to see you. Look at that. Strike first. Strike hard. No mercy. How are you, my friend? Good to see you back. As always, good to have you back, brother. We missed you. It's a good thing to see you. Daisy Dead again. Always a pleasure. I think that covers everybody up to now. I do need to do something since he has proved himself over the past couple days. Just use it wisely, my friend. That's all I'm saying. Please, please. One second, guys. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Okay. All right. You have your wrench back, Mr. Strike First. Hope to see you here on a regular, and please use it wisely. Like I said, if you have a question about something, just ask me first. That's all. No worries. Dandelions and daisies. Oh, here we go. My goodness gracious, Miss Bonnie, thank you so much for the first super chat. The conductor, as we call it, of the train that we don't have. Welcome, everybody, and thank you, Miss Daisy. I'm sorry, Miss Bonnie. Good Lord, get your name straight, guys. Here we are again, forgetting stuff. 1 second, guys. Be right back. All right. I think I got everything now. Again, thank you, Bonnie Bailey, with the first super chat of the day. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. There's my Heather. Welcome, my dear. Good to see you. Good to see you. So glad to have you here again. Welcome, Dandelions and Daisies. Actually, it's funny that you said that, Dandelions. I did reach out to Mr. Jeffrey Bearden. I actually feel really bad for him, guys. That was part of what I was going to talk to you about. Um, he is not in a good place right now in this situation, you guys. It's horrible what they're doing to him, and he does need some help, I think, in my opinion. Um, I really do. Um, they're not treating him the way a victim's family member should be treated, let alone a son. The son to this woman should not be. They're laughing at him. They're denying that they spoke with him. All of these things. It's not good. So I did reach out to Jeffrey, and he did respond to me. I'm hoping to have a phone conversation with him here after my stream here, and to maybe possibly find a way to help him, you guys, because I think that's what he needs. We need to put the spotlight on Habersham County's law enforcement. It's a bad thing. You don't do this to people, guys. And by the way, first of all, I need to apologize to everybody. I did not get to do my thing last night. I was part of Doug's Halloween show, which was amazing. By the way, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It was amazing, and it ran very late. And then I had grandkids here and stuff like that. So it just didn't happen, guys. It's going to happen. We're going to do this. Even though it's after Halloween, we're doing this. I want to know. Inquiring minds need to know. So we're going to do it. Yeah, Doug's show was very funny. Very funny. And I just kind of jumped in there with whatever I could to help out. I don't know. I was told I did well. Oh my gosh. Veronica, thank you so much once again. Great stuff. Veronica with the super chat. I appreciate you so much. More than you know. Welcome, Kim. Good to have you. Good to see you. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys could accept my apology about not doing that last night. Like I said, I tried. It just didn't happen. Thank you so much, Miss Veronica. Very much appreciated. So yes, I did get in contact with Jeffrey. I definitely like to speak with him. He responded to me. We spoke via text message, and I'm hoping either I'm going to contact him or he's going to contact me here after my stream. I'm going to reach out and do the best I can to get his story out there to help him, and I'm going to contact Chief Terrell myself. Is really Vicky or Jen. Chief Terrell and Andrew's mom have the same last name, Vicky Terrell. Oh boy, are we jumping into a conspiracy here or what? Yes, Holly, I am talking about Debbie's son, Jeffrey Bearden. Yes, we spoke here via messaging about an hour ago, and it was kind of a little late to get anything rolling. Understand that he is fielding massive amounts of messages and this and that and everything else. So we need to have some patience with that situation. And the second time I reached out to him. And so conspiracy I'm talking about is there's an article put out there that the chief of Habersham County, Mr. Terrell, has the same last name as Andrew's mother. That could be a conspiracy is what I'm saying. I'm not saying it is yet, but that sounds like it could be. Awesome, Jen. If you wouldn't mind sending that to me, I would appreciate it, guys. That could be something. Because I'm not letting go of this, you guys. I won't. And I want to help Jeffrey. Jeffrey has been through hell, okay? Hell in a handbag and then some, and now he's being completely dismissed and disrespected. It's disrespectful to Debbie's name by the law enforcement agency that's covering this. Come on. No, that's not how that's supposed to be done, guys, and I'm not happy. with that as I wouldn't be with anybody, you know. And this is just wrong. And Jeffrey deserves to know the truth about what happened to his mother. Debbie's memory deserves the truth. And what do we fight here for, guys? True justice. That's why we're here. That's what I'm all. That's what I'm all about, and that's what I'm going to do. So again, thank you, Miss Heather. I appreciate that. So I hope to have this conversation with him here in a while, and I hope to be able to work something out to where we can help him and make something happen. And I wondered that myself, Squirrel. Why is Steve not speaking out at all? That doesn't, unless Steve is just one of those introvert, keeps to himself type people. I understand it then. And you know, if he's mourning, people mourn in different ways. I get it. But at the same time, I would be angry. I would be so angry. I would be so angry that you wouldn't hear anything but my voice. So I'm just saying. 1 second, everybody. Ouch. Ouch. Molly Drake. Good golly, Miss Molly. Thank you so much once again with the super chat. That's awesome. That is awesome. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. FTFO, that is all right. I will do that, Miss Molly. Thank you very much. You guys, I love you guys to death. You guys are amazing people. But again, yes, guys, I have also, we're going to take a different look at something. Trying to help Doug. Thank you so much, Molly. I appreciate that so much. Doug is promoting a newer channel as well, trying to help them grow just as he did with me. And they put out some interesting footage that we're going to check out today. In regards to this, that it's a different look at the crime scene, and it's kind of interesting. It makes me look at things in a little bit of a different way. That okay, now I really want to know something. You know, like what I've always wanted to know what was going on with this, but something else is kind of throwing me off a little bit. So we're gonna check that out. Yes, guys. Justice for Jeff. That's a fact. Justice for Debbie. Because once again, guys, here we are in another case where law enforcement has dropped the damn ball. And I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. I am tired of this. It's disgusting. I have never in my life seen, well, here, you know why? Maybe this has been going on forever, you guys, and maybe it's just that we have never paid any attention to it. Now we're seeing it firsthand that law enforcement sucks. I'm sorry. I support the boys in blue, the men and ladies in the blue. I always have. I run a blue, my porch light. I have a blue light bulb to support them. You know what I mean? I have done that. I've had family members in law enforcement. I've always supported the police. What is going on? Why is this happening? You know, if these people don't like their jobs, go somewhere else. Go work at a damn grocery store. Do something different. You're there because, just like me, a civil servant is there to help the public. Period. There's no other way to look at it. That's why they're there. That's what we did. If you don't want to do that, if you're not a personable person, or if you don't have time for it, if you don't like what you're doing, then get the F out of it. Okay? Period. End of story. Welcome, Joy. Good to see you. Yes, ma'am, I am going to take you on a nature walk, but this one's a little different. There's some things on this one that I did not see before. It's actually pretty interesting, you guys. You'll be surprised, as I was. So, again, I'm angry, as you can tell. No, I never did hear anything about that, Dandelions. I don't know for sure. I'm losing all my faith, you guys. And Doug has made comments. He's made a really good comment. I follow through. I follow behind him and support it with. That he supports police too. His father, his brother, they're police officers, high-ranking police officers, so they're involved very deeply into the police law enforcement, and so therefore he does support. But he doesn't like bad bacon, in his words. One piece of bad bacon can spoil the whole bunch, and that's a fact, guys. One bad cop can make people look at the entire police force in a bad way. This is the chief we're talking about. This guy blew him off. The chief, of all people, blew Jeffrey Bearden off, laughed at him, laughed at him. This poor man is mourning his mother. It's disgusting. All he did was try to ask questions. He hung up on him. He laughed at him. Are you kidding me? Unacceptable is not even the word, Holly. Welcome, Holly, by the way. Speaking of Holly, guys, we may have ourselves finally a co-host. The Dago's not going to be lonely no more. Dago, and it may be Miss Holly and the Dago. Miss Holly's got a great voice, guys. We've been talking about it. It'll give me a little bit of a break here, a breather. We're going to try it out and see what she thinks. We're going to do a little practice thing here and there, see how it works out. If she's okay with it, then she may be up here with me, since I couldn't get my applications out to everybody. So we've been talking about it. But anyway, yeah, that's a good point right there, Dandelions. I had wondered if the neighbor was scared to speak because Steve is still next door. Good. Interesting, isn't it? Makes you wonder. So, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. This case has gone way too far off to the wayside for me. Welcome, Satin B. Good to see you. I didn't see you that one time. I did get your comment. I appreciate that. I hope you saw the reply to it. It's great to have you here. By all means, welcome. Yes, we shall see. So it may be me and Miss Holly up here, guys. So make sure if that happens, you guys treat her well. Where are we at here? I'm not willing to jump on a hate the bandwagon. It seems to go in every case, usually listening to. Yeah. No, I understand. I understand completely, Squirrel. And again, this isn't. I don't want that to be the case. I don't want you guys to down the law enforcement. Okay, we need to find out why. That's how this goes. So don't misunderstand me. I am very angry in regards to that situation. That situation alone. I support police 100%, and I think they need the support from everybody to be able to do their jobs. Don't get me wrong by any means whatsoever. Right. Welcome. We got a new meatball in the sauce, guys. Welcome, Satin B, the new member. Thank you so much for that. Yes, there is a gentleman, guys, that I have asked you guys to sub to, actually, by the name of Kevin Neese. He's a retired police officer. He's got some good outlooks on some things. There's quite a few other ones. It's a good thing to go check them out sometimes. They have a lot of insight and info that you guys can pick up on. It's actually really, really interesting sometimes. But you have to understand things from a police standpoint too, guys. Like, we think in a lot of ways that their jobs are just, they go to work, they can go do this, and everything's so easy. It's not that easy. I understand that. But in one sense, that's why I want to have this talk with Jeffrey. You do not laugh at, nor do you hang up on a victim or their family in this case. We need both sides. Okay. That's important. So if that's the fact, that's what happened. Yes, I'm upset about that. But at the same time, we need to look into it and make sure that everything is what it is. Okay. Let's see here. We have been taken advantage of by some of these peeps before and found out that yeah, absolutely. That's my point right there, Squirrel. Thank you for saying that. That is exactly what my point is. That's why we need to um, make sure we have the truth and make sure that it isn't just a screw up. I'm just, at this point, with all the things we've seen going on with law enforcement, I'm, how can I put it? Disappointed. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. I'm disappointed in the way things are going, but she's absolutely right, Squirrel Sandwich, that we have been misled by a lot of people in these senses. So we have to take it lightly, tread lightly, and find out the truth behind these things. That's the whole point. That is the whole point. So thank you for that comment again, Squirrel. That keeps everything level there. And please don't take anything wrong that I've said. Yes, check out Mr. Kevin Neese, guys. He's great. I do like him. He's very down to earth, and makes a lot of sense. If you guys haven't checked him out, if somebody wants to drop his link down there, please check him out. That's a fact, Dandelions. That's a fact. We do need law enforcement, you guys. There's no two ways around that. Okay, not at all. But I think the whole welcome, Mama Bear. I think the whole Dylan Rounds thing kind of tainted all of us, and that's where the start was. And then we went into the Kylie Rodney thing. That was tainted too. And at this point now, we're all just so quick to jump at the throats of law enforcement when we hear bad things. So I'm like I said, I'm angry if this is happening, but at the same time, we need both sides, and we need to hear it in detail how it happened and why it's happening, if it happened, for sure. So that I don't have, Kim. That's why I need to know. That is why I need to know. Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Holly. I do. And that's a fact too, Daisy. The Rodney case really, really burnt me on it. Thank you, Miss Brandy. I appreciate that. Also, guys, I got a favor to ask of you guys, if you would not mind. Okay. Oop, one moment, everybody. I'm sorry. One moment. All right, guys. Sorry, that was Mrs. Dago. And yes, please do hit that thumbs up, guys, if you could, either on the way in or on the way out. It's much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Let me see something here. All right. All right. All right. Where are we at? Oh, wait a minute. 1 second, guys. Bear with me. Again, I'm trying to multitask with multiple devices. I'm not very good at that at all. Welcome, Faith. Good to see you. It's been a while. You're lurking in the background. That's okay. No worries. No worries whatsoever. All right, let's see here. Almost. Bear with me, guys. I'm almost done. Oh, and then I'll get back to the other thing I was thinking of. Okay, 1 second here. Okay, 1 second. Where's it at? Mm. All right, I think we're good. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, now back to the favor I want, you guys. It's really nothing that serious, but it would be it would mean a lot to me. I have a friend, an associate of mine, um, that is really trying to get his YouTube channel off the ground. His name, the channel name goes by Brad Cope, okay, but he's changing the name up to Jack of All Adventures or something like that. But as of right now, it's under Brad Cope. He could really use the support, and he does a miscellaneous amount of different things. He does a lot of stuff about Teslas. He owns a couple Tesla vehicles and all these new electrical motorcycles and bikes and skateboards and all sorts of stuff. And he's got all these interesting things he does. And he's really looking for support from people. It's hard for him to get out. He doesn't know how to do anything, or not get out, but get his name out there. And it's really interesting stuff, guys. So if you would be interested, I would really appreciate you guys checking him out, subbing to him. He could really use the support right now. He's struggling with it, as do we all at some point. And he's got some interesting content, guys. It's nothing like what we're doing here. It's just other stuff, a bunch of everything and other stuff. So if you ever get bored with my stuff or this kind of stuff, there's always something different to go check out. He's a great content creator. Thank you, Miss Heather. There it is. God, you're quick. But check him out, guys, please. For me, if you could, go over, sub to him, give him a little bit of love, and check out his stuff and spread the word because he deserves it. He works hard on his stuff, and he's got some interesting stuff, guys. I mean, the man has 2 Tesla vehicles. He's got like an he's into the electric stuff. He loves it. Electric bicycles, electric motorcycles, a one-wheeled skateboard type thing, a hovercraft that he goes out on the water with. I mean, all sorts of interesting stuff. And he builds pools, and he tears down things, and he does a lot of different stuff. I mean, he's really interesting, guys. Check him out. And I guarantee you won't be dissatisfied. I appreciate it if you could, very much so. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. I very much do. Just tell him that Joe or the Dago sent you over there.
Hey there, welcome back to Black Magic Craft.
If you like his stuff. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Anyway, thank you guys so much for that. I do appreciate that, and as does he. So, that being said, and thank you, Miss Heather, for that link. So again, yes, guys, we're going to check out something a little different today. This case, like I said, I have actually lost sleep over this case. Believe it or not, I know Debbie's not a child, but she's a human being, and this is unjustified, all of this. No justice is being served, and I do not, nor will I, ever believe that this was self-inflicted, guys. I can't. This is one of those things, and I feel just as strongly about this as I did about the Kylie Rodney situation. And we all know that is not how that went down. That, and this one right here, to me, it seems like it is, again, trying to be dismissed and swept away. We can't do that, guys. We cannot do that. As human beings, let alone as true crime connoisseurs, we cannot allow that to happen. Debbie doesn't have a voice any longer. okay? And you guys have heard this before, but she doesn't have a voice. She can't tell us what happened. And I'm sure she wants to, but she can't, guys. That's where we have to do this for her. That's why I want to help her son. Welcome, Dory. Good to see you. And that's why I believe that he needs our help. And I'm going to do the best I can to help him. He doesn't deserve to go through what he's going through in any way, shape, or form. And he deserves to have true justice for his mother. Facts. These are just facts, guys. So, again, like I said, we're going to check out video today. The world is changing, and many of us second guess. That's a fact. That is a fact. Seabreeze, it is. I really do. That right there, Squirrel. I love your logic on a lot of things, and your fact. You're factual. We need that in a bad way. We do need that. You know what, Dory? I like that. If you guys could do that, hashtag BW's voice in the chat for me, I would appreciate that. We need that autopsy and toxicology. That's going to answer so many questions, okay, for all of us, including her family. It's important. It's important. I do not understand why it's taking so long, and that alone makes me wonder if there's more to this, because an autopsy should not take that long. Toxicology should have more than come back by now, guys. I'm just saying, unless there's something involved in that. And again, with them giving the self-inflicted scenario makes me question it. It doesn't make sense at all to me. So thank you, Squirrel, once again for your wisdom. As always, such a great resource to have in my community. I love it. All of you guys are amazing people. I'm telling you, you guys are very smart. You guys know what you're doing in here, and you help me in so many ways with this. It's amazing. I love you guys. I get it, Jen. I do. I don't want to slam them all, okay, by any means. But this scenario, it doesn't fit. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Thank you guys. Thank you guys putting that in the chat. I appreciate that. Welcome, Kat. Good to see you. If I didn't already say that, if I did, I'm sorry. All right, guys. Let me get this set up for you guys to check out. And again, this is a new channel trying to grow. They have some good content too. We're going to link that too. I want you guys to go over and sub to them. Check them out. They're very good at what they do, in my opinion. I saw them through Doug, of course. And they definitely impressed me. I like their platform, their format, all of it. I do. It's called, for 1 second. Need some clarification. Did Amanda live with her brother, or did Amanda and want to be? We don't know that. I will find that out, though, Ty. I promise you I will. When I speak with him, Jeffrey, I will find that out. What I understood was they lived with him at one point. Then they lived in the same apartment complex with him. And then at one point, I think they may have lived with him again. I don't know for sure, and I don't like to speculate, or I don't want to speculate that. I can try to find out when I speak with him. And hopefully that will answer that question and help open up a little bit more of a box for us to look into. So it is a good question, though, Mama. It really is. Thank you, Jen, again, and Seabreeze, and all of you guys. Thank you, Satin. I appreciate that. I try. I really do try. Okay. Well, and that could be, Mama, but at the same time, his mother has been in prison for a while now, so I don't know. I don't really know. Heads up, Molly and J4 are all in Georgia with, of course they are. Thanks very much for that, Forever. There's a little bit of a conspiracy going on over there too now, you guys. I heard a recording this morning before we get into this, you guys can give me your opinion. I don't really want to jump cases like that. I don't like to do that, but it's kind of a thing. I heard a phone recording of Big Mouth or Bullhorn, whatever you want to call her. I don't like her, so I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that, but it's just me. I do too, Jen. I really do. I feel so bad for him. But I heard her. I don't know who she was talking to. It was a phone recording of a conversation between Bullhorn and somebody else talking about who you guys all call the Crypt Keeper. I don't even like saying her name in here. You heard that, Veronica? Okay, saying that it's a whole scam. That Cher is playing them to get info from them. The same thing she did with Dawn and Candace Wells and all this. I don't know. That's exactly it right there, Squirrel. You don't know what to believe. And there's different places you can hear where the phone call sounds like it was cut. Like it could have been cut together. You know what I mean? It's very easy to do that kind of stuff, you guys. So, I don't know. Just something to think about. Fueled by coffee. Okay, thanks, Forever. I didn't know who it was. It's very hard to hear her voice. Gotcha. So who knows, guys? Who knows? Because, Betty made the comment, that her and Dolly are going to be going on her panels after this is all over. What? So I don't know what to think or believe anymore. That's why I stay away from those people completely. Of course she did. Of course she did, Holly. You know how that goes. So again, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that too, Mama Bear. Mm-hmm. That's true too, Daisy. Like I said, guys, it gets so twisted. Nobody knows what to think or to believe. So we'll see. You can't write this shit. Nope. Can you imagine these stories as movies, you guys? Not Debbie's per se. I would not want to put that in there like that. But the whole, I was thinking about it yesterday. I can see a movie coming out of the Quentin Simon case and the Kylie Rodney case. And sadly, I can. It's sad to say, but I can definitely see movies, especially Lifetime movies, coming out of these. It's very sad to say, but that people's lives have to be turned into these crazy things, and then they make movies out of them. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Yeah, I got you, Veronica. Good afternoon, Miss Karen. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. All right. So again, getting back to, I don't want to get too far off track, guys, because my ADHD is bad as it is. So, and I agree with you on that too, Izzy. I really do. It's very hard. It's very hard to, and at one point in time, I had a certain respect for Dolly too. Sorry, I just can't anymore. You just can't anymore. These are adults acting like children. This is not how we handle a murder investigation, guys. It's not by any means whatsoever. We, as true crime people, need to make it better. Okay, for lack of better words, we need to make it look good, the right way. Not. I see that didn't sound right. We'll not make it look good. We need to show it the way it should be shown, not the way they're doing it. Sorry for my wording. That's why I swing by the. Oh, well, I appreciate that, Forever, and I won't. I refuse to. That's ridiculous. Gotcha, Veronica. Yeah, and that's a bad case to get started with because it's a bad case. It really is. So, okay, guys. Again, the channel that I'm talking about that put this info out, again, Miss Heather or Brandy, whoever's going to do it, is called Twisted Crimes. It's two. I'll let them introduce themselves to you on this part of the video. These guys are good, I think, and they have previous experience doing certain things. So I think that's why I think it works. I did as well, Izzy, and that's it. That is it right there, in a nutshell. And that's where it should. That's where it should stay, Jen. 100%. This is about a missing baby, period. She's right. Period. Not dressing up as a Ninja Turtle, asking Leilani to marry me. Whatever they're doing this, they're doing that. This one's over here, that one's up here, this one's arrested, this one's not. This is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I personally want to be taken seriously. I mean, I really do. Dory says that. We want to be taken seriously. I do personally as well, as do all of us. And you can't be taken seriously when they're doing these things, guys. Not at all. It gives all of us a bad name. It gives people like Jeffrey Bearden reasons to not want to trust people like me. I don't blame him if he doesn't want to, or anybody else, because look at what goes on. It's sad. It's not the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, I won't watch that movie, Sea Breeze. I refuse to. It's disrespectful and ignorant, and I just won't do it. Exactly, Daisy. Facts. And I didn't either, Kim. That's the one person I didn't think would go there. And she's one of the first to get arrested. Are you kidding me? Nope. And now we got Molly bumping over there. And next thing you know, BK is going to be over there. And come on, guys. Come on. Get with the program. Grow up. We are adults. Okay? We're supposed to be doing good here. And none of that stuff that's going on is good. And again, like I said yesterday or the day before, I can't remember which day it was. The people that are showing up there, besides Dolly and Betty and Molly and everybody else, they're fans. They're fans of these channels. They're not there to actually support what is going on. They're there to support their YouTube channels. BK is Benny Keys. Daisy. If you were watching his stream last night, it's the one that I was acting like. Cece, don't ever have to apologize for being late, hun. The sweetest lady on the internet. Welcome. That is a fact, Miss Jen. Again, it's not about Billy Jaw. Lay on my back, Leilani. I love that one. Or the Crackhead Gang. You're right. It's not. It's gross. And it's time to stop it. It's time for it to stop. You're not missing anything, Holly. You're not at all. BK, he was just another one of these people that was trying to make as much money off of the Summer Wells as he could. It was just a mess, you know. Oh, I'm sorry, Heather. The channel is called Twisted Crimes. Twisted Crimes. And it's a man and a girl, man and a woman together, which I think their stuff works out. I like it a lot. So I'm going to have you guys check them out as well. I get it, Molly. I get it. I mean, he's so cringy. It's ridiculous. For lack of better words, you know. I get it, though. I do get it. You know, I just don't like how he's friends with Dawn and Candace at one point, and then he's not, and he's supposedly sleeping with Candace. I mean, come on. This is ridiculous, you guys. It's disgusting. And in all of that, what happened with Summer? Did anybody remember that Summer was missing? No, it became about all the drama. It really did. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. That's why I do things the way I do and refuse to change it up and refuse to support people that do those things, guys. I can't. Thank you, Miss Heather. That is the channel, guys. And these guys are great. I'm sorry. I really do. I'm not sorry, but I really feel like these guys deserve to grow and keep doing what they're doing. Welcome to 1 second, everybody. I'm going to get this set up for you guys so I can get this rolling.
Deborah Collier walked out of...
That is not what I was doing.
Hi, my name is Heather McAndrew.
Okay. 1 second, y'all. Thank you, Miss Karen. I appreciate it. And again, for those of you that subscribe to Brad's channel, I thank you so much for that. He really, really does need some help with that and deserves it. He's got some really interesting stuff, guys. Like I said, it's not true crime, but it's different. If you need something different, go check him out. He's doing something different all the time, and he's got so much interesting stuff. So thank you very much. David James, my brother, good morning. Good to see you, sir. Or good after, well, it's, what is it? It's actually morning. It is morning for you, 1:41 a.m. in Australia. Mr. David James. Taking a break, maybe, for some steak and lobster. Anyway, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. And I appreciate you, bro. Speaking of which, I wonder where Lisa is. I haven't seen her in a couple of days. I feel so bad. I go watch her videos, but I can't get in to do one with her because our time difference is so off. Every time she's doing something, I'm sleeping. Welcome, welcome, David. Sarah and BK and Cam are working together, in my opinion. Oh, I agree, Izzy. I do. I very much do. Yeah, let's try this again. Nope, I didn't do it right. Hold on. Davy Jones. I love the Monkees. Used to love that TV show too back in the day. I'd watch it all the time. I miss TV, guys. Good stuff that we used to watch in the 80s. You guys are all pretty much in the same, we're all in the same age range and age group for the most part, except for our little brother Strike and a couple others that might be a little younger, but good times, man. The 80s were the best time in the world, I think. Auntie Griselda. I haven't heard that in a long time. That's crazy. The 80s were great. I'm sorry. Anybody that says they weren't, they're nuts. They were great. Hit that like button, everybody. I got 41 people in here. That's great to see. If you guys all smack it, we should be flowing right along with the algorithm, guys. I appreciate it. I think Crime and Justice are both younger than me. I think Lisa is 43. I think. And I think Doug is right around there too. I don't know for sure. Don't quote me. I'll be 48 this month in about 2 weeks. So I'm the old guy, which is fine. I'll be that guy. No worries with that with me. The 40s, yes. Yes. Generation X or whatever they call us. The 40s are the best, guys. The 40s are the new 20s, in my opinion. Yep, David, my birthday is November the 23rd. I will be 48 years old. I still don't believe that, Holly. I don't get it, but whatever. I need you to give me directions to the fountain of youth for whatever you did, because that don't make no sense to me at all. Guys, this woman says she's 50 years old. Wait till you hear her voice. Ain't no way. Nope. 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 Baby boomer. That's what my mother is too. The boomers were great. They raised us, guys. They made us who we are. So we got to give it to the boomers for sure. For sure. Yes, he said, I'm so old I turn my numbers around. That's a great one. I've never heard that. Miss Heather's forever 30, 47. On the 11th of this month, Mama Bear. Awesome. Are you a Sagittarius? I've heard that there's a lot of people that have their birthdays in November. My granddaughter's birthday's in November. She's 24 and a 30-year-old. I have a 29-year-old daughter. She'll be 30 in May. I have two 28-year-old, another 28-year-old daughter, a 28-year-old son. I have three 26-year-old sons and a 16-year-old. Figure it out. I know you guys are confused now. You guys mostly, a lot of you guys already know it. September 12th, David just had his birthday. That's right, 1975, the year after me. What is up, Jules? Good to see you, my dear. Sagittarius. I don't know if you caught on to what we're doing, Jules. I have some new footage of the crime scene from Debbie's case. I know you were kind of invested in Debbie's case as well. And it's a different look at the crime scene. And I think it opened up some other, like, I was very surprised. And I want you guys to see it. And again, I got in contact with Jeffrey Bearden, Debbie's son. I feel really bad for his situation. I want to try to help him, and I'm going to hopefully have a conversation with him here after I'm done with my live stream, and hopefully we can do something to help him. I have 6 grandchildren. No great-grandchildren for me. God, no. Way too soon for that one. But, yes. So that's the video we're about to watch for anybody else that just jumped in. This is, again, Twisted Crimes. They do really great stuff, guys. And this is an interesting video, to say the least. So we're going to check it out, see what we got going on, and see if it makes any difference. Because to me, it did. It does. It makes a whole world of difference as to what's going on there and what's been happening there. So let's check it out. Let's check it out. And again, please let me know about the audio, guys.
Welcome to our new channel, Twisted Crimes. We decided to create this channel because, well, I've been intrigued with crimes and murders since the age of 15. Used to watch a lot of Cold Case Files and Dr. G, Medical Examiner. While I went to high school, I took public safety. Then I went on to college to study anatomy and physiology and psychology.
Hello, my name is Chris McAndrew. I'm a former reporter for a CBS affiliate that was located here in Georgia called News Channel 32. During my time as a reporter, I studied and covered quite a few twisted crimes, but I don't think I covered any quite as twisted as this one that we are covering right now. This is the story of Debbie Collier. She sent a very strange Venmo message to her daughter. Several hours later, she was reported missing. The next day, her body was found. We're going to take you to the crime scene, as well as many other locations around Georgia. This is Twisted Crimes.
59-year-old Debbie Collier worked here as a front office manager.
This is called Carriage House Realty. It's located in Athens. Her desk probably would have been right through this door here. Is where she would have greeted people, answered phones, and things like that. Now, she had a son and a daughter. Her son was living in Maryland. Her daughter was also living in Maryland up until 2 days before Debbie went missing. That's when her daughter, Amanda Bearden, along with her boyfriend, Andrew Geigerich, moved back from Maryland to Georgia. The next day, this is Friday, September 9th, the day before Debbie goes missing, they met up with her for lunch. Now, what was discussed at that lunch, we're not so sure about that.
We're at the home where Debbie and Steve lived at the time of her disappearance.
This is kind of on the north side of Athens. There's a loop that goes all the way around Athens, and this is just north of that loop. There's a place called Sandy Creek that's near here, and not too far up the road is a place called J&J Flea Market, which is a really large flea market here in town. Their home is going to be right up there in the woods. go down here a little bit further. Now let's go through the timeline a little bit. We had, of course, on the 8th, her daughter and her boyfriend Andrew moved back into town. On the 9th, they met up with Debbie. So Debbie would have left here and gone to meet up with them to grab lunch somewhere. And there was a discussion. We don't know what was said in that discussion. We don't know what was said throughout that day. Then apparently they did some errands, maybe did some shopping. Perhaps that's when they went to the Family Dollar. Amanda and her mother would have gone to the Family Dollar to buy some supplies, cleaning supplies and things like that for the house. Now, the house they're moving into is actually a condo. It's owned by Steve Collier, and that's one that they've lived at off and on quite a bit through the years. There you see apparently Steve's red truck up there, right there, and right over there is the black Ranger. Now that Ranger, interestingly, was in some sort of an accident with Debbie driving. Now the last reported one was back in April 30th, of some kind of accident she was involved in. However, her sister calls from Alabama and says that Amanda had told her she was in an accident about a month ago. This involved an ex-con who ran into her truck.
Sorry, guys, I do this constantly. But the Debbie's vehicle that was in the accident was in the body shop as of. I did pause this, right? Yes. Okay. As of when Debbie went missing, Steve picked up her vehicle from the body shop the day of or the day after she was found. In that sense, I don't know about a policy, Heather. That was one of my theories at one point when they tried to say that this was a self. I don't even like to say it because I can't believe it. I won't believe it. But anyway, so that's what's going on with the vehicle that they're talking about. That's why Debbie had the rented van, because this vehicle, her vehicle, was in the body shop. See, that's the whole thing right there, Molly. The problem was that they did it. We looked into the guy that it was Jules, interesting, and the guy was looked into, and it wasn't. Amanda kind of dramatized it a little bit. I'll just put it that way. Yes. So, again, I don't know. We got to go with what we know. So, anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that.
Truck, and paint spilled all over the place, apparently on the truck. Now, the sister says this guy did not want her to report this incident to the police because he's an ex-con and because he's not supposed to be driving. That was part of his agreement of his parole. He's not supposed to be driving. He did not want this reported to the police. Of course, she had to report it to the police because it messed up, damaged her truck. There's a look at their house right there. Now, over here, we've noticed it could be an investigator. I'm not sure. It's a blacked out Ford. It's been parked here for a while now because we came into the neighborhood a little bit ago and drove around. And he's been parked there the entire time. The engine is running. You can see something coming out of the exhaust. Heather was able to see him, and he looks like he's got a bald head. Big guy. Shaved head.
He could be law enforcement.
Could be law enforcement staking out the house, so we're not sure why or what he's up to. He's got his hand on the steering wheel right now looking at us, wondering what the heck we're up to. So this neighborhood circles all the way around Rocky Drive. Comes in here and circles all the way around. If you would come in and go right to the left there, that's where the apparent detective apparently is parked. Someone, I'm not sure who, and that's where their house would have been. This is the home where 36-year-old Amanda and her boyfriend Andrew live. The home is owned by her stepfather, Steve Collier, who is Debbie's husband. They both have dealt with police on several occasions in the past. At this duplex in May of last year, Amanda told police Andrew had broken into her home, attacked her physically, and yelled at her. Police took photos of bruises. She showed them on her arm and shoulders. Andrew was charged with battery, while Amanda was charged with filing a false police report because he was actually living at the house at the time. Amanda also showed police a handwritten note in green ink, which she said Andrew wrote, that included the line, "If you or your family ever come near me again, I will hurt them." At the time, one of the officers wrote, "Geigerich and Beard."
I'm sorry, Molly. Can I give the name of the guy at the... Which guy are we talking about, Molly? Welcome, Raynona. Good to have you here, hon. Yeah, and that's why I don't believe it, Heather. I definitely don't believe it. Are you talking about the guy that was in the accident? I don't have that either. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Like I said, he was looked into, and that whole story was looked into, and it was way, way, way over dramatized from what I understand. So we can try to figure it out, though. I will definitely look into it for you, for sure.
Didn't have a family violence relationship. Then in September of last year, Amanda called police saying Andrew was banging on her front door at 8:30 a.m., ordering her to give him his money that she had stolen from him. He claims she was stealing his money and buying drugs with it.
Living here? I haven't recently, but she's still been taking money from my card. And that's the only reason we've had any contact, because every
Thank you,
week
Miss
she
Heather.
takes $500 or $600 from my check. And I just don't see how that's right. She goes and does dope with my money, like I do. Now I've made over $30,000, $40,000 this year, and I'm completely broke because she spends it all on drugs. And can I just leave if she's not going to give me my stuff? Really haven't. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Because, beating on somebody's door this early. Cause and seen it. So,
I agree,
I
Pacific.
just want to be done with her. Have y'all? She's been cheating on me. She's been doing drugs. I've never done any drugs in my life. Have y'all had police involved before in y'all's business? Yeah, and that's why I'm trying to get my money back, because we're not supposed to have contact, but she's taking $500 each check. Why aren't y'all supposed to have contact, Andrew? Because is there like a court order? I guess so. I don't know. I went to court a while back, but did you get arrested? I've been arrested before, but the last time I got arrested because they falsified whatever. I mean, her mom. Dude, I don't know what the issue is here. I don't know why I'm so unlike. This girl got hit by a car, and I'm taking care of her. I don't know what the problem is. Let's get the shade.
They were
Just last month on
here,
September
Heather. I don't
16th,
know
Andrew,
where they're
who's a
at
former
now.
amateur MMA fighter, was arrested for probation violation. When he was released after 6 days in jail, he was ordered to show proof of substance abuse treatment within 20 days. Amanda also has other arrests on her record going back quite a few years. In 2008, she was arrested for fighting with a different boyfriend. She agreed to take part in a pretrial intervention program, and those charges were later dropped. In 2012, she was arrested again. This time she was charged with disorderly conduct, simple battery, misdemeanor battery, and criminal trespass. Her boyfriend at the time told police he had to hold her back, and she broke his video game. Police found handprints on both of his arms, as well as marks on his back and chest. Bearden said everything was her fault. She pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct and was able to get the other charges dropped while being put on probation for 12 months. She also had to have no contact with the boyfriend and take anger management courses.
On Saturday, September 10th at 3:17 p.m., Amanda got a surprise notification from Venmo saying she had received $2,385 from her mom. It also came with a message that said, "They are not going to let me go. Love you." There was a key to the house in the blue flower pot by the door.
After Amanda received the money and the text message, she then called her mom's phone, which was turned off, and then she decided to go look at some of her mom's favorite places, which was Walmart.
I sped up this part of it on purpose, Heather, because this is all stuff we've gone over multiple times. I'm trying to get to the part that is actually really important about why I'm doing this. So that's why I sped it up. Just you guys, if it bothers you, can't tweak it right. If it bothers you guys, I won't do it. I'm trying to skip to that part without actually missing stuff. So that's why it's sped up so much.
And Ulta Beauty.
Now, this is the Ulta Beauty, that really the only one in the area that's anywhere near their houses right here. This is in Oconee County. It's an 11-minute drive from Amanda's house, from her condo, to this Ulta Beauty. Now, right over here, you can't see it from here, but just believe us when we say over in that direction is the Walmart store. It's probably 2 miles from here at most.
About a 4-minute drive.
About a 4-minute drive, right, from here. those are the two that she mentions. Now, that doesn't mean she didn't go to other places and look or anything else, because this is a period that took up about 3 hours. Got the Venmo just after 3, called 911, or actually Steve, her stepfather, called 911 just after 6. So you're talking about almost a 3-hour period. Now, I'd say checking out this parking lot, just a large parking lot, but if you're thinking she's at Ulta, you would just check basically in this general vicinity here. Checking out this parking lot, driving over to Walmart, checking out that parking lot would probably be a period of maybe
20 minutes.
20, 30 minutes.
Because she'd probably go into the store if she saw another van that was like that, like her mother's.
To see if her mom's in there. Because it is a rental vehicle, so she might not know exactly what it looks like. But even now, we can look around and clearly see very quickly there's no vehicle that looks like that in this area of the parking lot. Now, you would have to go down and check out some of the other aisles as well. So we'll give her, say, 30 minutes checking them out. Then it's an 11-minute drive from her house, so that's another 22 minutes. You're looking at maybe an hour to do all that. So then you have a question of what was she doing the other couple of hours? Also, did she end up at the house before Steve? Because Steve said
Very
her
true,
daughter
Squirrel.
is here. Now, did Steve show up home from the game and the daughter was already there? And Steve also pointed out that the daughter went upstairs and checked for her purse, said the purse was still there, checked for various other things, said the driver's license was still there. This is what Steve said on the 911 call. Let's listen to a little bit of that call right now.
For Handy 911. Yes. Came home. My wife wasn't home. Her driver's license still in there. The rental car's gone, and her daughter's here. And we were kind of worried about what's happening and where she's at. I was wondering if you could send somebody over here. And according to her daughter, who went up and her purse is still here with her driver's license. The only thing is the phone is gone, and she sent her daughter a text about 2 hours ago saying they won't let me go. Whatever that means, we don't know. And I've been gone all day parking cars for the football game.
Okay, so she sent your daughter a text message saying that
My stepdaughter
that they won't let her go.
Yeah, she got a text message saying that.
There it is, Jules. There's your part. I caught it just as much as you did.
You just returned home, right?
Yes, I just returned home. I was parking cars until about 4:30, and when I came back, the van that she had rented because her car was in the shop was gone. I figured she was shopping for food.
Okay. So and her car is there?
Pardon me? Her van's not here.
Okay. But her driver's license and what else is there?
Right. Yeah, her driver's license is here.
What else did she leave? For the purse or anything else?
Yeah, she left her purse, and her credit cards are here.
Okay, your stepdaughter, did she see her?
No, nobody has seen her. I was probably the last person to see her last night.
What time? You said 9 o'clock last night?
Yeah, by 9 o'clock we went to bed.
Debbie was driving a Chrysler Pacifica rented from Enterprise on the day she went missing. This was because her truck was in the shop from the accident she was in previously. Police spotted the vehicle on the Tallulah Falls school camera that afternoon.
This is the camera at Tallulah Falls School right there. Assumption being that it's the one that the vehicle was pictured on. That would have been at 2:17 p.m. I guess these cameras were just put up recently, like in the last few months, when I read somewhere.
We're in Clayton, Georgia. This is where Debbie Collier was last seen alive.
This is the Family Dollar store where she bought many of the items that would later be found at the crime scene. Right over here is the exact security camera outside of the Family Dollar where Debbie was last seen alive. Came from that camera. There's actually good, high quality security footage. Here's the Family Dollar store. And then we're going to count over from that middle area. There was the van parked right in this area here. Someone was getting out of the van. And there were 1, 2, 3 more people parked, which would have meant Debbie Collier would have been parked in this spot right here. Now, when she leaves the store, she sits in the car for a few minutes, then she begins backing up, kind of stops in this area right here. was a very slow backup. It could be because it's a rental vehicle. She was going slowly in it. Didn't really understand the vehicle very well, but she stopped right there for just a second. Then she pulls right over here to the left side of this pole and parks right in this area here. Now, when you time up the video to that time, it matches up exactly to when that Venmo was sent at 3:17 p.m. that afternoon, which indicates that this is the spot where that Venmo and that message, "They are not going to let me go, love you," and the key is under the blue flower pot outside the door, would have been sent right here, if indeed it was sent by her, but the timing does match up. All right, she leaves from here and makes her way through the parking lot and over here. Now, the next interesting thing to happen is she kind of veers off to the right when she gets over in this area over here. And the question is, why does she do that? Why did she not continue to travel straight forward? Somewhere like right in that area there, she veers off to the right and then leaves. Now, I've heard it suggested it could be because of a camera, and sure enough, there is another one of those high definition cameras right over here below the food bank sign. You can see it right there. So let's say someone is in the vehicle with Debbie and is telling her what to do. They could have told her to pull off there because they noticed that camera right over there. She would have pulled off straight through here, then back.
Now, do you hear? He's there. Okay. When we went over the video, guys, how we were talking about why she did what she did, so on and so forth. He's pointing out the cameras in the plaza here, and it's showing it in a different light. And I like that. I like that we can see this like this now, that we have somebody here that is showing us where the cameras are, why she would have gone a certain way. And here's the reason, like, again, why? Why are you avoiding cameras? That's what I'm saying. Again, if this was a self-inflicted scenario, it's not going to happen like this, you guys. I cannot accept it. I will not accept it. And I'm glad that we have this to refer to now. These things are the things that tell the truth, okay? And I very much appreciate Twisted Crimes for doing this like this. It's very important to see it like this, guys. And I'm not saying that there was anybody in the van. There could have been somebody on a phone. It could have just been somebody telling her, you're going to do it this way, or this is what's going to happen. So on and so forth. It's saying these are things that we need to look at, because that's why, period. I mean, I can't say it anymore. We need to see things like this so that we can see everything in a full light. I thought that was somebody over in their car hiding. Yes, give him that. Yeah, wait, laugh out loud. Yeah, that was for you. You're one of my favorite. Are you talking to me, Kim, or are you talking to somebody else? And Jules says, if I hadn't seen her lock her van with the key fob when she walked in, then I don't think it was possible. But yes, someone else directing her, I can definitely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jules. Exactly. Okay, you were talking to Jules, Kim. Okay, I got you. Sorry about that. I just misunderstood your comment. That's all. Yeah, I told you, Jules. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves the way you do things, too. That's why I like working with you. Really do. It's zero, Holly. Zero, if anything. And usually when it happens, there's either some kind of a severe drug issue going on with that as well, because nobody would do it, male or female, but less likely female, okay? So, yep, that's a good point, too. That's a very good point. I would like to know all about that black box, period.
Out onto the road, sat there for just a minute, and took off. And that direction, which is south on 441.
While at the Family Dollar, Debbie bought a poncho, which would have been right here by the front door. She also bought a blue tarp, a refillable lighter, a red tote bag, and a couple rolls of paper towel. Police say most of those items were later found at the crime scene.
We are heading southbound on 441, which is the same direction Debbie was headed, until she decided to make a U-turn right up here past the median. Then she ended up at the crime scene.
Now, of course, the reason for that U-turn is there's this median that's in the way. She can't directly pull into the crime scene from that.
Now, here's the question. This spot right here, did this and was this a purpose? Did she do this on purpose to get to that spot specifically? Or did she just randomly decide, okay, I need to turn here and go here? These things we need to know as well, guys. Did that happen that way? And that's what we need to know. Now, again, once we get to the crime scene spot, I'm going to show you guys again how and why. I almost can guarantee 99.95% there was another vehicle parked there when she got there. Period. And mind you, I like this point of view because we're basically riding in the car with Debbie as she did what she did, okay? That's why I like this, and that's why I like what's going on here. Right, and that's another great point there, Jules. And you have to keep this in mind. Her phone was off, so it's not like she was using the GPS exactly, unless the rental had its own GPS. But there's so many questions, Jules. So many questions. That bothers me too, Dandelions. That cop. Here's the thing, if that cop would have done his job as a patrolman, Debbie might still be with us, you guys, and that really saddens me a lot. It really does.
Direction, which is just another twist to this case. She's heading southbound and sees this random logging road off to the right side of the road and decides she's going to go there with what she just purchased, the Family Dollar, the poncho, the red tote bag, the lighter. Just a weird case all the way around.
Dandelion, it wasn't the rental per se that was pinged. It was the radio service that they have in the vehicle. What the hell is it called? What is that music? Sirius, thank you. XM. That's right, Jules. Appreciate it. That's how they pinged it, which is weird to me. Like, they could have just pinged it with the vehicle. I'm sure that vehicle has not OnStar, but one of those services as well. It's just weird that they did it, but whatever. If that's how they found it, I get it. Okay. Yeah, it was in the traffic report. So anyway, again, here we are. She's heading to that spot now.
But here is the crime scene right here. We're pulling up to it now.
This is something else, guys, that I have explained to you multiple times. As we pull up on this, think about you as who you are driving your vehicle. If you're going to go do this is Debbie's point of view again. I would slow down, turn my turn signal on, and make a right-hand turn into this. If there's no vehicles, as there are right now, you pull straight up into that. Debbie did not do that because there was another car parked there. I promise you.
And you can see some people have left some mementos across and different things, flowers for Debbie.
You see how he pulled in? He pulled straight up inside there. She didn't do that, guys. She pulled in at an angle because she couldn't fit in that blacktop parking spot because there was another vehicle sitting there. She had to pull to the right, and it was at an angle when they picked up the car. I showed you guys that. We've all seen that. There was another car there. I'm not going to let that go. I'm not going to let that go. I'm sorry. Sirius XM, but can be found in the vehicle through my radio system. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Thank you, Jules. I'm telling you, there was a car parked here.
You see, we see the first signs, crime scene tape. You can see the car right up there. We're not far from the road. Here's the first sign of any kind of crime scene tape right here. Some down trees. And we see some more.
I agree, Kim.
Right there. And there.
Now, I want you guys also to see and watch how long it takes him to get to the spot where they found her and how far in it is. And imagine yourself or Debbie doing this walk. Okay, she's 59 years old. Keep that in mind. She has a bad back. Keep that in mind. Her shoes. I pay attention to the little things, guys. Remember that. Her shoes that she was wearing, that she had on when she went in the video in the dollar store. They're not forgiving when it comes to this type of terrain, guys. Just remember these things, okay?
Seems like this trail has been used quite a bit. You can see the outline of the trail through here. More crime scene tape up ahead. Yes, good many limbs down.
Exactly, Holly.
And I've always wondered, since I was first studying up.
That's a great question, Seabreeze. That's what makes me believe, one, again, there was another vehicle there. I think at that point, somebody had control of her, whether it be at gunpoint or something else. But that's where I think somebody took control of her, was right there. That's why her van was not locked. It's a natural reflex to do that, right? Just like putting on your seatbelt. Anything in a vehicle, it's an automatic reflex. She had not the ability to do that because somebody took control of her somehow, whether it was forcefully, if somebody was grabbed her and was yanking her, or if they just had her at gunpoint or something like that. That's where it took control of her. They took control of her because that van would have been locked. It wasn't. Just saying.
Up on this case is how would they have carried the body? Because some of the initial assumptions were that her body was wrapped in that blue tarp and someone would have carried her down here. But this is rough terrain and we're getting further and further away from the roadway up there where her rented van was found. Seems like a hard area to come through. Now, we had heard that Debbie had a bad back and would not have been able to make this kind of walk, but I think that information only came from her daughter, Amanda Bearden. So,
And again, it is something we don't know firsthand. I would like to find that out. And it is one hell of a hike, Jules. Like I said, they're not even close yet. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is where some of these things, and that's why I want you guys to see this. You guys saw it the way we saw it before. This is a whole different perspective, and it kind of changes things for me a little bit, especially when we get up to the spot and you see some things that are new. Okay? That really kind of blew my mind, and you'll see that here in a moment. And I agree with you on that, Squirrel. It's very interesting.
Not sure how reliable that would be. Also, I don't know if we're kind of
The shoes
seeing
specifically,
more crime
Jen.
tape there and over there. I'm not sure if we're circling around the crime scene. We'll just keep following this tape.
Very true, Mama Bear.
You can still hear cars going by, but this is getting further and further from the road, and this wood area is pretty thick. As you can see here, you can't see the road up there. Now here we have a couple of trees that have been recently cut down.
Exactly, Jules. And that's why I think, honestly, I don't think the cop did what he said he did. At the very most, I think he may have pulled up and possibly walked over and checked the van door. It opened and he got back in his cruiser and left. That's what I think happened. If that's the case, he could have stepped in. Now, this is far back in, guys, and we're not even there yet. It's a long walk, okay? If he could have stepped into the woods, even remotely, like he said, he could have very possibly seen, heard, or smelled something that would have grabbed his attention, but he didn't. Otherwise, this would not have happened this way, I don't think. I hope they are watching, Kim. They need to know what's going on is wrong, and it's not. This is not the way things need to handle. And if it is this is not the way things need to be handled. And if it is, Jeffrey doesn't deserve this. He deserves true justice for his mother, as does Debbie. Okay, Debbie definitely does. I know he stopped and said that he checked the door; it was unlocked. Said he looked into the woods, didn't see anything, and he left. That's supposedly what he said, Holly. Unfortunately, it has, in my opinion, Jules. Right? Yeah, and we need to find that out. I really feel like we do, and I think that's possibly why. I think that could be possibly why Sheriff Terrell is giving Jeffrey a hard time, because at this point, again, we're seeing where law enforcement may have screwed up and could have prevented this, and they didn't. So that's what I think the problem is with the sheriff now, because it makes them look bad. We can't have that now, can we? That's my problem with this. My huge problem with this. Wait. The simple fact that her son is now stating he doesn't think that's his mom. Wait, what are you saying there, Jules? Oh, you mean in the video? Thank you, Mel Mac. I appreciate you. So yeah, he's saying that he doesn't believe that that's Debbie on the Family Dollar footage. Right. That's been talked about a couple times. We need to look at it again. Yeah, we need to look at it again. And again, you're right. Debbie does not usually walk out of the house unless she's wearing, like, what are those things? Like the shirts that she wears have the what are those things called? The shiny things. I know what they're called, guys. I can't think of it. She has her hair all done up and her makeup is done very nicely. She wears the shirts that have those things I'm talking about. They look like they put them on disco balls too, I think. Yeah, she dressed it very nice. Every picture you ever see of her, she was very nicely dressed. I mean, it is very possible that she dressed down that day. Bedazzled, it's not bedazzled, but that you're on the right path, Kim. It's something else. I agree, Renona. anyway, let me get this rolling. But yeah, I can agree with Jeffrey on that aspect. I can. And that's been questioned since the beginning of the video, guys. When the video first came out, it was questioned. Sequins, thank you, Holly, very much. Sequins, that's right. She wore a lot of stuff like that have the real pretty sequins on it. Very, very, very well dressed. A lot of class. Debbie was very classy when she would dress to go anywhere, it seemed like. Now, if she was dressed for this game, like I said before, I can see it. I don't get the whole visor thing because her hair did not look like it normally does. But the problem is that they showed a picture to the people at Family Dollar, and they did say that it was her, but who knows? If they never looked at her face, they don't, which a lot of people don't. So we don't know that. That's the problem. I don't know anything about the visor, Melmac. I haven't seen or heard nothing about that since. So the cashier verified it was her, but did the cashier actually look at her face, or did she just say? Because a lot of cashiers don't look at people's faces. It could have been somebody that looked just like her. You know what I mean? It's very possible. I don't know. Again, I don't want to reach. Yes, Mom Bear sequence. It's good enough for me. I knew exactly what you meant, so don't worry about it. So anyway, let's move on with this. But these are all good points and good questions, guys. They really are. This is how this works for us, guys. This is how we figure things out.
Could have something to do with this. You see the marking there, and over here, these trees were cut down. And I'm just going to keep following this tape as we get further into the woods here. There's some more trees that have been cut down. You see, these have been recently cut through there. Not sure why. And the path continues on. Definitely good ways from the road now. Now, of course, no one driving by is going to hear or see anything when you get this far down. That's one of the things I was wondering about. You're not going to be able to hear or see what's going on way down here. But what I did have a question about is this occurring very busy. Cars are constantly coming through here. And you would think that someone would have seen, if it was more than just Debbie getting out, they would have seen her getting out to come down here, unless they waited for an opening, maybe kept her in the car. Find a down tree that would have had burdens around it. I think it's right down there. It's really further than I was expecting it to be, isn't it?
Me too. I thought it was going to be a lot closer.
It's a good trip from the road down to here.
Definitely.
And again, we're still not there yet. You see what I'm saying about this walk into the woods? This wasn't just this is a trip, guys. This is a hike for real. Exactly, Jen. The shoes, definitely. That's why I told you guys to pay attention. We're going to go back and look at the video. Don't worry. Yes, we do have a big brain, all of us together. we work very well together. I appreciate you guys in that manner as well. That's why I think you guys are great. Even without me, you guys do very well. Very well. I don't think she was a regular. Right, exactly, Jen. She wasn't a regular customer, so how would they know her like that? And I don't think because they were in a hurry, and she was probably in a hurry. People don't look at faces like that. Um, Hold on. Okay, I just heard something. I think my son's home from school. Oh, wait a minute. Sherry said, okay, thanks. She cut her daughter's hair the night before, and they both lightened and colored their hair. Now, see, that's weird. That's weird. But we're not going to get into that right this moment, okay? That's a good, very, very good point, Shirley.
Yeah. So we are now up to, yeah, there's gloves there. You can see some rocks through here. And then this is the tree that has burning all around it. And you see burn marks all through here as well. Look at this. These appear to be the paper towels.
Part of the tarp too.
Paper towels here. We told you that Debbie bought a couple rolls of paper towels at the Family Dollar.
Burnt up tarp right there.
Here's some burnt up tarp. This is the tarp that also would have been purchased at the Family Dollar. A little surprising they would actually leave this behind. Now this must be perhaps part of the red tote bag.
That, I believe, is part of her jersey that she, in my opinion, took off when it was on fire. I still feel that way. Okay. So, that's what I think that red piece of that was, just so you guys know.
She bought at the Family Dollar. You see more of the tarp right here, and the gloves, and more of these paper towels. You can see that they have been burned. Perhaps they were used as kindling for the fire. And you see fire marks on this, the ball of this tree, the root ball of this tree going up. We're gonna see, I'd say this is about, what do you think, 4 feet high?
Yeah.
Exactly.
4 to 5
Jules.
feet high right there. Now over here we have a tree that's been cut. Another one, we'll see
There's some
another
marks on that branch too.
another one there. Yeah, there's burn marks further down. We're gonna get down to that. You see this tree has been cut. Not sure by who. Looks relatively smooth. Not sure if it's a chainsaw or something else, but it does look pretty smooth. And you see, now is this, I don't know if this is exactly where, if they cut a piece of it off right in here.
Doesn't have the same angle on it, and it's not the same color.
So that's there. Now we go down here and we see another remnants of a fire right here with blue gloves, protective gloves. Look at the fire markings here, all over these branches, and it appears to be on the ground right there.
So now you guys are seeing there's more than one spot where there was a fire. Okay. Now, whether it's because, but there's multiple places that were burnt, guys. It's very strange. And just so you know, I think the trees could have been cut because they may have had evidence on them. So they just cut the piece off and took it with them. That's how a lot of law enforcement works. Possibly for DNA checks, whatever. There are more than one spots where there was fire. Watch this, okay?
Evidence of a fire there. So, could the fire have started here where they set her on fire, set her clothing on fire, or her using the paper towels to help start the fire. Then she could have fallen down through here and ended up there, perhaps. Not sure what this tree has to do with it. And perhaps this is where her body was found, grasping onto a small tree. Her right hand was grasping to a small tree.
See, it looks like it's charred on the ground.
Yeah, it's charred on the ground there. And you see something there. I don't know.
Wow.
If that's flesh.
I bet that's the spot.
Right there on the tree branch. So she could have very well started here getting burned, slid down the hill and grabbed her right hand onto one of these small tree branches. She was grasping a small tree, which there are several options here, but you know, could have been this one. This one also has, look at that, burning all over it. This one's got burning on it. There's burning in the leaves all up through here. Kind of creepy to be at this scene. We're gonna walk down a little further. We see some more gloves here. See lots of mosquitoes down here. And here's the little stream trickling through way down below. I don't see anything down here that would indicate that this area was part of it. There's no gloves, no crime scene tape. Right by a quiet little stream. It's where someone left Debbie Collier to die. Alone in the woods. It rained a good deal on Sunday, the day she was found. Crime.
We're going to back up and look at something again.
And the path continues on. Definitely good ways from the road now. Now, of course, no one driving by is going to hear or see anything when you get this far down. That's one of the things I was wondering about. You're not going to be able to hear or see what's going on way down here. But what I did have a question about is this occurring in the middle of the daytime. This road is very busy. Cars are constantly coming through here. And you would think that someone would have seen, if it was more than just Debbie getting out, they would have seen her getting out to come down here, unless they waited for an opening. Maybe kept her in the car, told her to wait until there was an opening, then went out. Trying to find a down tree that would have had burns around it. I think it's right down there. It's really further than I was expecting it to be, isn't it?
Me too. I thought it was going to be a lot closer.
It's a good trip from the road down to here.
I was definitely way wrong in the tree.
Yeah. So we are now up to, yeah, there's gloves there. You can see some rocks through here, and then this is the tree.
Thank you so much, Miss Cece. As always, I love it, love ya.
All around it. And you see burn marks all through here as well. Look at this. These appear to be the paper towels.
Part of the tarp too.
Paper towels here. We told you that Debbie bought A couple rolls of paper towels at Family Dollar.
Burnt up tarp right there.
Here's some burnt up tarp.
Yes,
This is
Mama
a
Bear.
tarp. Also would have been purchased at the Family Dollar. A little surprising they would actually leave this behind. Now this must be perhaps part of the red tote bag that she bought at the Family Dollar. You see more of the tarp right here, and the gloves, and more of these paper towels. You can see that they have been burned. Perhaps they were used.
Looks to me like a lot more of that
kindling
tarp was burnt than they
for
said.
the fire, and you see fire marks on this, the ball of this tree.
Thank you very much, Miss
All
Cece.
this
I
tree
appreciate that.
Going up, we're gonna see, I'd say this is about, what do you think, 4 feet high?
Yeah. 4 or 5.
4 to 5 feet.
I really do
right
try
there.
to do the best I can with it, guys.
Now over here we have a tree that's been cut. Another one, we'll see
There's some
another
marks on that branch too.
one there. Yeah, there's burn marks further down. We're gonna get down to that. You see this tree has been cut. Not sure by who. Looks relatively smooth. Not sure if it's a chainsaw or
Thank
something
you
else.
again so
Pretty
much,
smooth.
Miss Cece. Thank you,
see-
thank you, thank you.
Now is this, I don't know if this is exactly where, if they cut a piece of it off right in here.
Doesn't have the same angle on it, and it's not the same color.
So that's there. Now we go down here and we see another remnants of a fire right here with blue gloves, protective gloves. Look at the fire markings here all over these branches, and it appears to be on the ground right here.
Okay, this is weird to me, you guys. That's why we went back and we're looking at this again. Okay, this is away from the area that the fire was started, correct? Now, for this to char like this, okay, it's not just somebody that just walked over and sat on it and leaned against it for a few minutes. She was there for a minute. I think this is where they found her, okay? Unfortunately. But she was next to that for long enough for that to catch, okay? And to char like that. It wasn't just a minute. She didn't just brush against it. That's not how fire works. Especially with this being as damp and as wet as it is in here, it took a minute for that to happen. So keep that in mind. That's important.
Evidence of a fire there. So, could the fire have started here? Where
Correct. That's not where they found her. I'm sorry.
they set her on fire, set her clothing on fire, or her using the paper towels to help start the fire. Then she could have fallen down through here and ended up there, perhaps. Not sure what this tree has to do with it. And perhaps this is where her body was found, grasping on to a small tree. Her right hand was grasping.
I don't believe that's where she was found.
Yeah, it's charred on the ground there. And see something there. I don't know. That's flesh. Right there on the tree branch. So she could have very well started here getting burned, slid down the hill and grabbed her right hand onto one of these small tree branches. She was grasping a small tree, which there are several options here, but you know, could have been this one. This one also has, look at that, burning all over it. This one's got burning on it. There's burning in the leaves all up through here. Kind of creepy to be at this scene. We're going to walk down a little further. See some more gloves here. See lots of mosquitoes down here. And here's the little stream trickling through way down below. I don't see anything down here that would indicate that this area was part of it. There's no gloves, no crime scene tape. Right by a quiet little stream. It's where someone left Debbie Collier to die. Alone in the woods. It rained a good deal on Sunday, the day she was found. Crime scene's right down there. We're walking our way back up. Heather noticed an old arrow right here. See if that has anything to do with anything. And the other thing I wanted to point out, I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but it might just be from police traipsing through here, but this seems like a path. You know? Almost like a path that might have been here for a little while that different people may have used over time. That you can almost follow right down.
Sorry,
The
guys.
crime scene and then right back out the spot where Bama parked before. It is a good little walk.
It really is. And it's on a slant too.
Yeah, going downhill and
A lot of debris in the way.
yeah.
Mhm.
Would have been extremely difficult for one person to carry a body and a tarp through here.
And we use the tarp for lawn care, and they often get torn apart
Exactly, Jules.
going traveling over this time.
That's a good point. If you were dragging it, tarp would be
And
tearing
that's
up
what
along
I've
the
been
way.
saying, Melmac. That's my thought on it.
We haven't seen any indication of the tarp pieces of it anywhere. Now they could have picked that up, but based on the actual crime scene down there, I don't know how much. They obviously didn't pick up everything, which is strange. You'd think you'd take all the evidence, but I guess they figured they had enough. Now, on another note with that, they say they're a full service sheriff's department. They handle these kinds of crimes, but you have to wonder, we haven't seen any crime like this really. This is crazy. So you have to assume they haven't seen a crime like this too often, if ever. Probably never quite like this. Now, they could ask for assistance from the GBI. There's the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Then locally here in Georgia, there's something called the GBI, which is the Georgia Bureau of Investigation.
Okay, Raynona, thank you so much for being here, hon. Have a great nap.
They have, I think the FBI might be helping, the GBI might be helping with autopsy and things like that, but they are not directly investigating this case. And if they can't solve this thing, you would hope that they will ask for some assistance from the GBI eventually. Maybe get somebody in here who's handled this stuff more so than they would have in their particular sheriff's department.
I feel like they should have brought him out to begin with something this complex. I mean, you can tell it's a lot more complex than, like you said, your average murder.
Right. And the complexity of it, they made that clear in the press conference on Friday, where they pointed out that this case is not going to be solved anytime soon. Don't expect it to be solved anytime soon.
Thank you, Ms. Heather.
Could be weeks, months before this is solved. You wonder if they've got, which I think they do, have some people in their crosshairs. They have pointed out that this is a deliberate act. It was targeted at Debbie Collier. This, in their opinion, is not the act of a serial killer. Is not a violent, random act of violence.
Not a kidnapping.
Not a kidnapping. Not a suicide. All the evidence points away from all of those things and points back to being someone that's probably close to Debbie. And from what we understand, there aren't a whole lot of people that are real close to Debbie around Athens. So that leaves a relatively small, you would think, list of suspects who could have done this.
Why is that?
Now, the one other thing we want to point out, I think it's something called Victory House, which we can show it to you when we get back on the road. But you can see the path continues that way. It would not surprise me, and this path looks really worn. It would not surprise me if people from Victory House use this path to come back here and hang out sometimes.
I've said
I think it's
that.
called Victory House, Victory Home. And this is a rehab place for males. I believe it's Christian-oriented rehab place. They also have a retail store. They have a thrift store there on site. But these are people that are suffering from addictions. I think mainly drug addictions, but could be alcohol too. So you wonder if that could play a role in any of this.
Again, I've said that.
And maybe they come back here and use.
Possible.
So they would already know the route.
More stuff here at the entranceway. And we're back to the road. Such a sad ending for Debbie Collier.
And to think that the car was right here, and then she had to be dragged or taken down there. I mean, if the tarp's down there, you'd imagine she was drugged at some point. How crazy is this?
Yeah, somehow they got the body. Now, maybe she was alive. Maybe they had her at gunpoint or something, but somehow
They did not drag her. They did not do that right out in the open like that in front of all these people. Welcome, Thought Criminal. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. But they did not drag her out in public like this, okay? If anything, there was, like I said, she was either held at gunpoint, which is where I think that bullet may have came from, or something like that, okay? But it was not, nobody forcefully did anything to her out in open with these cars going by like this. There's no way in hell. So remember that, guys. That just didn't happen. Yeah, right. Exactly, Melmac. The visor thing doesn't make sense either. None of it does, really. Nothing about this case, but it bothers me really bad because I really want Debbie to get the true justice that she deserves. I want her son, Jeffrey, to get what he deserves. I want the whole family to get what they deserve in regards to their mother. Now, if somebody in the family had something to do with this, well, I hope that person gets what they deserve too. At this point, I don't know, guys. I don't know what to say. Okay, this is just—it's such a weird thing. Kind of surprised Ellie isn't watching that area closely and taking it. Exactly. It should be, in my opinion, it should have been scanned and watched and paid attention to see if somebody came back. Criminals always go back to the scene of the crime. We know that. So, again, let's finish this up and we'll talk some more, guys.
they were able to walk all through there, down far into the woods. I mean, that's a good solid quarter of a mile down there, as they pointed out in the police report. And it's a pretty good little length from the actual road. Like I said, nobody at the road is going to notice this. This dense forested area, and you're just not going to see it from the road. The one thing I can't get out of my head is someone seeing them getting out of the vehicle or another vehicle coming to pick them up, because they would have had to get out of here somehow. Now, maybe they come out here and meet someone. Maybe they go through the woods, and maybe they get picked up there at the rehab place that we talked about earlier. We're going to drive up there.
Exactly.
Take a look at that now.
But look at how busy this road is. Like, ever since we got here, there's not really one clear opening where you don't see any vehicle.
Yeah, that's a very good point. There's cars everywhere on this road all the time. And for this to happen in daytime just seems crazy to me, but it appeared more than likely it did, since her car was spotted here at 5 o'clock that Saturday afternoon. Very strange.
And we're here on a Saturday as well.
We're leaving the crime scene now. We're going to take.
What I want to know, I want somebody to have driven by and seen the other vehicle and to come forward and say, hey, I drove by and I saw a red Mustang sitting there with the van. That's what I want to happen. That will break this wide open. But nobody's done it. And I really expected that to happen, guys. And it's sad that it hasn't. But again, somebody had to have been paying attention close enough to say, hey, there's two cars over there. Why? And then to remember it and to see this case. That's the problem. Okay. That would help greatly because she was parked right here. Do you see how my cursor's going? Right here. She wasn't even fully onto the blacktop. The other car was sitting here. Okay. Here, her van was here. They were here. And I think he should have CC. He should have had a body cam. I think that whoever was in this vehicle brought the gas that they're saying that they smell. That's how it got there. I can't see Debbie lugging around a gas can. Okay. I think that they brought whatever the fuel was, that they had it in their vehicle already, possibly. People carry around gas cans in case they go or they run out of gas. It's very possible, okay? Because I think that's how that happened. I'm pretty sure that's how that happened. You know, and I think we're on to something, you guys. I really think there's some things missing, and I would love to get some questions answered. Maybe I can today. I'm praying. And at the same time, I want to help him to get this, to get real justice for his mother. I really do. I think we'd have heard something about that squirrel if that was the case, or seen, well, maybe not seen it, but heard about it possibly. I would, and I'm wondering though if it's legal to hunt in that area because for one, it's so close to a main thoroughway, and there is that rehab on the other side back in there. We're about to see that, and there's other things back to the other side of the woods. So I know it has to be so many miles or feet away from to hunt away from like residential areas and or like cars and stuff like that. And they definitely wouldn't tell us squirrels. I don't mean that. I mean somebody would have led on to the fact that there's hunting cams in there. I just don't think that area could be. I don't know if it actually has a name, Daisy. But we can find that out. Oh, you're okay, Melmac. Don't worry about that. I can't type any day. But no, it's I do agree with the hunting cam thing would be a great thing, but like I said, because it's so close to the freeway, and I think as far back in as they were, that's going to lead into residential areas, possibly on the other side of the woods. Oh, absolutely, Dandelion. Believe me, I already planned that. Don't worry about that. Well, that's true too, Squirrel. I get it. I do. I agree. Like I said, I don't know if that is a valid hunting area. That's something we can try to find out. And then if that's the, yeah, right, Daisy, that's right there. Do an overhead look on it. Guys, this is driving me nuts. This is driving me as batty as Kylie's case did, because I feel something here, and I'm so sad that she's not getting what she deserves. I really do. Yep. You're right, Squirrel. You are right. You are absolutely right. All right, so let's pull this up and let's see how far this rehab is from here too, you guys. That's kind of important to me in a sense.
Another victory home. We just wanted to show you guys how close it is to the crime scene. So there's the crime scene we just left.
It's very close.
As you can
Watch
see,
this.
it's only woods through here, nothing else. I believe the first thing we're going to come to is going to be the rehab center, Victory Home. All male rehab center here at Tallulah Falls.
We don't know that.
We're leaving now, and here's Victory Home thrift store where you can come shop for things, and the Victory Home. And as you see, I mean, it's a straight shot from Victory Home straight through the woods, back through there. We're gonna go right back to the crime scene. You can see the trail right there. Can you see that here?
Yep.
Right into the crime scene.
That's
But then you still got to explain how Debbie ended up there.
Exactly.
Now, there's a lot of things we don't know that maybe the police know and we don't know.
Now, you tell me that somebody couldn't have walked from that rehab into those woods and gotten to that exact same spot right there. Because if you go back, based on the distance they drove down, and then they turned right, okay? If you go back into those woods the distance that they went, that would bring you almost to right there where he pulled up at just a few seconds ago, okay? Look at this. I went way back, way too far. Okay, hold on. All right, here we are. Now look. He turns right here, so that's, again, going in the direction we walked into the woods, right? He goes down, and I went too far again. Damn it. There you go. Come on. All right, right here. Lord, come on. Right here. This is him pulling in. Thank you very much, Miss Shirley. I appreciate that so much with another super chat. Very much appreciated. So he pulls back in here. All right. I'm just going to let it play right here. See this?
Back through there.
We're coming back in. Right there, somebody could have walked from that building straight into these woods and ended up right in that spot, you guys. Right in that spot. Okay? Anybody from that rehab could have done that. If it depends on what the rules are there, if they can walk in or out. Again, 65 people in here, guys. That is awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I can see that happening. Somebody from that rehab could have done it. Now, here's my problem. Do you remember what I said in the beginning of this case, guys, when we first started it, when I was talking to Doug and True Crime or Crime and Justice and all that? I thought that Debbie went to pay off a drug debt, okay? Because Amanda was afraid to. That's what I thought this was all about, where I said she went to pay off a drug debt or a debt for her, and that's what the whole "they would not let me go" thing meant, and so on and so forth. That's my thought, okay? Well, who better to be at a rehab center than somebody that sells drugs, that's addicted to drugs, that sells their own stuff? Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Thank you, Evo. I appreciate that as well. It's right there. It's right there, guys. That's the problem. This is very, very coincidental to me, you guys. And I know that there's not coincidences in true crime, but damn, it sure as hell seems like it to me. Not to mention the other vehicle, okay? Right. Exactly. I mean, come on, guys. Think about this. This was not self-inflicted by any means whatsoever. I know that. I know that too, Jules. That's the problem. But my issue with it could be a HIPAA thing because there's people there, and they can't release that information because of that, and so on and so forth. I mean, think about this. This is so, I don't know, guys. It's killing me. It really is. It's frustrating the shit out of me. Welcome, Esther. Good to see you. Thank you very much for that. That's what I'm saying. I've been thinking about this from day one, you guys. Day one. Something is wrong here. Something is wrong. I'm just saying. I agree, Jules.
But then you still got to explain how Debbie ended up there.
Exactly.
Now, there's a lot of things we don't know that maybe the police know and we don't know. Maybe the police don't know yet. One of those things would be, does Debbie have acquaintances up here?
Absolutely.
Does she have friends?
Absolutely, Squirrel.
That go here to the rehab center? Does she have friends that live up here near Tallulah Falls, in Clayton, Georgia, in Raven County somewhere? Could there have been an affair? Just throwing that out. They're not saying that that's what happened here, but it's a possibility, and that's why police have got to be looking through all these phone records, figuring out if there's any kind of acquaintance. Is there any reason why she would have met someone there?
Or was she even further north and she went to the casino? Harrah's Casino isn't that far away.
Right, she could have gone up to the casino for fun and come back down. Still, at the end of the day, it's hard to put her into those woods. Like, what brought her into those woods? What made her go make those purchases and head into the woods? Was she forced? Was she willingly? Did she do it willingly?
Imagine that.
We don't know. We have to get more information to figure that out. And that's why the police are having such a hard time with this case and trying to solve this case. We're now at the Walmart that Amanda would have come to look for her mother. We're almost sure about that. This is only 4 minutes away from that Ulta Beauty. But while we're here, we figured we'd kind of give our thoughts on what we think happened in this particular case, starting with Heather.
Okay, so I'm right there with law enforcement. I really don't think that it was an abduction or a suicide. I don't see an older woman, or any woman as a matter of fact, going into the woods and setting themselves.
This is kind of ironic, by the way, you guys, because this is an older video that was brought out before the whole self-infliction thing came out, and you hear what they're saying. Law enforcement even said that, as we know, that this definitely was not a self-oofing, as Jules would say. So that's why it bothers me so bad, you guys. It don't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
On fire, taking off their shirt to kill themselves.
Yeah, that's a pretty valid point there. And I've kind of been all over the place in what I think happened in this case. Because at first, of course, I thought someone had killed her somewhere else, maybe at the house. Taking her body there, used the tarp to drag her in there. All that kind of made sense to me. Doing it at nighttime where there's not a lot of cars driving by on the road out there, so they wouldn't be seen. But that all kind of got thrown off when this Family Dollar video came out. And actually, one of the investigators said that threw them off. I think the word he used was it was a curveball for law enforcement. Like, that was just crazy that she went to this Family Dollar and bought the items that were used in her murder. So that threw me off. But investigators after that still said they still believe it is a homicide. They're still investigating it as a homicide. They're looking into possible suspects. So we'll just go with what law enforcement thinks for now, and we'll consider it to be a homicide.
And, they have to have more information for them to think that.
That's a big key here also, is that investigators hold back information from us, from people in the public, from the news media. They keep things to themselves. I know the Eliza Fletcher case just now came out a few days ago that, hey, she was shot in the head. This was confirmed by the autopsy. Well, they never mentioned this back weeks ago when this actually happened, but they knew it. They saw the hole in her head, obviously, and they knew that was how she died, but they did not want to release it to the public. Now, in this case, let's say if it was a strangulation and they saw some marks on her neck, then that would be an obvious reason to think it's homicide, but it would be something that they haven't told the public.
David James becoming a meatball. Thank you, my friend, my brother. And Miss Cece again with a super chat. A super sticker, I'm sorry. Awesome, awesome. Definitely love it. One second, guys. One second, I'm sorry. And again, guys, if you would, please, go over and check out Twisted Crimes. These guys are great. I love the point of view they did with this. I love how they approached it. Everything. So go over and check them out. Sub up to them. They do really. They're growing, as we all have been. at one time and still are. And they deserve the subscriptions, guys. They really do. Thank you, Miss Linda, for the membership again. Welcome to the Meatballs. Mega Meathead, David James. So check it out, guys. Please do. Please do. And again, thank you, Twisted Crimes. Great content, guys. Great content.
Yeah, so that's a possibility in this particular case.
And that would make sense as to why they wouldn't tell the public, because they don't want to tip off the suspects.
Yeah, that's very true. Also, they want to know when they're interviewing someone, what do they know from the public that's out in the public, and what might they slip up and say that only the killer would know, and that kind of starts to paint a picture of who they're looking for. Now,
exactly.
Go ahead, Heather.
And then also, if they also knew how they were killed and then they told the public, then they would know, the suspects, that they're closing in on them.
Mm-hmm.
They might try to flee or do something else crazy.
Right. Now, we don't know how closely they're watching any of these people. We saw that vehicle that appeared maybe to be a detective car over there at Steve's house. Today we saw nobody around Amanda's house, but nobody's been home at their house. We drove by last night and then again this morning. We might drive by again this afternoon and see. But we haven't seen anybody there at all unless they've taken the car and parked it somewhere else, as Heather did suggest to me earlier. Possibility there. So it's interesting who they're watching, who they're not watching, and who their real suspects are, who they really think did this. I certainly have my ideas of who I think it might be, but we're not going to name names because no one's been named, even a person of interest yet. If y'all enjoyed this and want to see some more true crime, please do subscribe to us. Hit that subscribe button down there.
Everybody.
Otherwise, we hope you have
These guys are great.
a wonderful day.
I love it. I do. And thanks again, Twisted Crime. Again, great content. I loved the point of view. I really did. Sorry about the echo. And I like how thorough they were and how deep they went in checking into these things. So I will be definitely, I've already subscribed to them. I'll be checking out more of their stuff. They are very good, and I'm very impressed. So again, guys, thanks to you guys that did check them out or sub to them. They deserve it for real. Sorry about the light, guys. Trying to write something down here. And I do need to add that to my description. I didn't think about that this morning. I just put it in my thing. You can tell I'm still new with this, you guys. Definitely can help them grow for sure. All right, good stuff there. And Miss Cece again with the super sticker. Thank you so much. Very, very much. Very, very much. Much appreciated. Yeah, they do seem like the real deal, Seabreeze. And they have, like I said, he has reporting experience. They both know what they're doing, and I love that. I really do. And they seem to take it serious. They seem to have the same passion, and that's what this is all about, guys, is having passion for what we're doing and making it right and doing it right and doing it for the right reasons. Okay. And there's very few that do that nowadays. Very few. Of course, Doug and Crime and Justice, number one at that, in my opinion. And Jules and me and Lisa Bevers with Crimes Under Investigation. There's few of us. So, and I would say to check out No Thanks Investigates, True Crime, Crime and Justice, and Crimes Under Investigation as well. But I think we're all sub to them as always, or already. Thank you, Miss Karen, for becoming a member. Welcome to the sauce as a new meatball. Appreciate that. Thank you, Miss Linda. I appreciate that. I do. I hope you enjoy it. And if you did, please hit the like button. Yes, again, guys, for those of you that haven't, please check out No Thanks Investigates with Doug. Very, very, um, it's kind of what gave me the push to want to do what I'm doing, guys. He's, I guess you could say, a mentor. Yes, to me, in a sense, because I loved his stuff. And I've always liked true crime, always, but watching Doug gave me the push and told me, hey, you can do this. And I loved it. I love his stuff. I love Crime and Justice as well. Again, check her out if you haven't. Sub up to her. Lisa from Crime and Justice is amazing. She's a sweet, sweet lady. She knows what she's doing. She's very passionate about it. She researches like crazy, and she finds facts, guys. Again, just like Doug. And of course, you guys have seen that they work together with each other's channels, and it's amazing. We all kind of work together in a sense and promote each other's channels, but those two are a great crew. They really are. Again, the reason why I got started, because I've been watching them for quite a while. I did, Sherry. I did read everything. Very interesting to me, what you think, I believe. And of course, last but not least, Miss Lisa Beber's new channel, Crimes Under Investigation. Please check her out and sub to her too, guys. Show her the love. Lisa is very, very passionate about this. She's been on here with me multiple times. You guys have seen that. And I love Lisa to death. She's such a sweet lady. Such a sweet lady, and has such a big heart. And then, of course, Jules of All Trades, I think it was called. Or where'd Jules go? I think she changed her name. True Crime Reactions. Sorry. With Jules of All Trades. Check her out too, guys. She is very factual. Very, I do too, actually, Jules. I was wondering about that because I haven't seen her in a couple of days. Jules is very informative with her stuff. She's very point on and has the same passion as well, guys. So check her out too, if you could, please. Show her some love and sub to her channel as well. She deserves it, as do Doug and Crime and Justice and Lisa and everybody that's over here in this corner that's doing this, guys. We really love what we're doing. And we all want true justice for these cases and nothing more, nothing less. All right. And there's Jules link. Thank you guys so much for that. Yeah, Australia is really getting hit hard, and I feel bad for those guys over there. And I hope she's doing okay. I do. I know my friend David is okay. He's on the other side of things. He's safe thus far, but yeah, she did put that link up. Hold on one second, Truth Seeker. 1 second. Let me go back to it. Where did it go? Heather, right here. It's right there on the screen. Truth Seeker, right there. Yeah, Australia has some seriously severe flooding going on right now. It's crazy. Very crazy. All right. I know, Squirrel. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that, guys. My apologies. I'm going to go ahead and take some calls today, guys. If you guys want to call in and give me your thoughts, theories, and what you feel about this. I'd love to hear from you guys. The number's 234-703-4047. It's rolling at the bottom of the screen. Please give me a call. Talk to us. Let us know what you think. I definitely love to hear from you guys. I really would. Um, voice your opinion, please do. Please do. It's important to all of us what you guys think. It is quite a bit squirrel, and I'm sorry again. Wasn't even thinking it. Well, most everybody's already subscribed to No Thanks and Crime and Justice, and even I think Crimes Under Investigation at this point. So it is a lot, though. You're absolutely right. Thank you all for bearing with me on that. Thank you for that, Miss Heather. Okay, that is good to know. Thank you, Holly, for that. So the rehab is not, Victory Home is not a lockdown facility. Interesting to know. Very interesting to know. I've been thinking about this the whole time, you guys, the way that I knew that those woods kind of like had to have met in there somewhere with that place. So, all right, Miss Karen, thank you so much for being here with us today. Hope you have a great rest of your day. It was awesome having you here, and I hope to see you again next time. You have a great day. I'm sorry to hear about that, Breezy. I hope your headache goes away. Maybe you need to take a little nap, rest your eyes. Definitely couldn't hurt. Turn that down. Definitely couldn't hurt. Yes, I hope you do feel better as well. So again, guys, if you'd like to give us a call, let us know what's going on. 234-703-4047. Let us know what's going on in your mind with this case and what you think. I would really appreciate it. Again, have a great day, Karen. We love you. Only came on with a British cap on, then back to you, but couldn't text. That's your phone is crazy. Your phone's haunted. Yes, I hate headaches myself. I've had my share of them. Oh man. Thank you for that, Dandelions. Much appreciated. I'm sure she will appreciate that as well. Okay. Nobody wants to call and talk to the Dago? Come on, guys. Give us a call. See what's going on. Let's hear what you got to say. You don't dare. I understand, Veronica. No worries. Thank you again, Miss Heather. Again, thank you to anybody that has donated to the PayPal and or Cash App. It's much appreciated. Very helpful. I appreciate you guys supporting me that way and supporting the channel. It's very much much appreciated, guys. Very appreciated. Again, thank you. I'm spewing. I understand. C. Jordan. You are so welcome, Pacific Breeze. E. I got you, Veronica. Don't worry about it. I sent you an email. Okay, Molly. Thank you very much. Let's see what we got going on here, guys. So again, guys, it's a different way to look at this. It's a whole different look at the crime scene and some other scenarios. And I really do, and I'm not lying, guys, I really do appreciate Twisted Crime for that. Because I didn't, I live so, and it's hard for a lot of us to be able to see that scenario. I appreciate him showing us that because that makes a whole world of difference to me. It changes some things a little bit too. I spent my super chat. Listen, Squirrel, don't worry about that. You don't have to explain that to me at all. And nobody does. The fact that you guys are here is enough for me in a lot of senses. I'm telling you guys, it really is. All right, Jules, thanks so much for joining us and for being here with us. I do appreciate that. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for this, Molly. This is perfect. Very perfect. I appreciate this, and I'm showing this too. Again, thanks again, Jules. We love you here. Hope to see you soon. Enjoy your couponing. Give me 1 second, everybody. Yellow. All right.
Send a voicemail. Press 2.
Good afternoon, Miss Holly. You are live with the Dago. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing great. What's going on?
I'm actually nervous for the first time. I usually call in and now I'm nervous.
You have no reason to be.
Thing, so hi.
You have no reason to be nervous. None whatsoever.
Oh no.
You guys tell her she has no reason to be nervous about this at all.
Oh, but it's nerve-wracking.
I get it.
But I'm here for it.
And we can't wait, guys. Can't we? We cannot wait to have you up.
Yeah. I'm behind on this case because I got so sidetracked with Quentin. So I'm kind of calling to ask you a question about it.
That's okay.
But yeah, I stopped following it really. So I was wondering, did Ellie? I know they're changing their story, but did they officially rule her cause of death?
No, they have not. No.
Okay.
We have not received.
But they are changing their story.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of the it's a maybe thing. Maybe this is what happened. Just so you guys know, Holly's nervous because she is the one that is possibly going to be my co-host. And so she's a little worried about that and nervous about that. So we have to make her feel as comfortable as we can, guys. That way I can get a break. Okay. Anyway.
Well, it happened because I called Dago to ask how I could help other than financially. And he's like, well, what I need is a co-host. And I was like, oh, well, that's different. So I'm going to try it just to do my part to help.
And you're going to do great. You're going to do great. You are loved.
You're easy to talk to.
Well, I appreciate that, but I know you're going to do great. I'm not worried about it. So yes, there is no autopsy nor toxicology report back yet. There has been nothing clarified with law enforcement yet. They're basically just kind of, it almost seems like they're trying to give us a different direction to go in to leave it alone. I mean, if you want to go with that, you can. That's how it looks to me. I don't know why. And I'm not trying to get all conspiracy-like at all, but it just doesn't make sense to me. It's because I think they don't have anything. And they dropped the ball. And this is their way of making it okay. And it's not okay. So there's definitely nothing written in stone. Yeah.
Sorry. That's what I'm thinking too. Because for them to have come out in the beginning and say it was, I'm not going to get this exactly right, but it was personal. And
that is exactly right.
There was another, right? Like how they must have had some sort of evidence for them to come out and say that.
Well,
it just doesn't make sense that they would.
The reason why they came out and said it was personal and it wasn't random is because of the way that she was found and the things that happened. It seems more personal, like somebody that she knew or somebody that really disliked her did this to her to try to, because they found her shirtless, okay? And that before they had all the facts, before we put all the facts together, it looks basically like somebody tried to humiliate her when they unalived her. So, but at this point now, as I'm saying, I do believe that Debbie probably took her shirt off on her own when she realized she was on fire, or when she came to from whatever happened. I mean, there's different variations. Okay. See, that's what I said, Squirrel.
Right.
Thank you. See that on screen there, Holly? She has a great voice.
See, I can't see anything. I don't have this set up right. So when I'm talking to you, I have no idea what's going on in the chat yet.
Well, Squirrel Sandwich posted up, and it's on the screen. It says she has a great voice and sounds friendly and can articulate. I told you that.
Oh, thanks, Squirrel.
See? And that's not just coming from me now. So there's multiple people that think that.
No, yeah. Thank you.
And David said
that's
that. David says we've had enough of Dago's melon all the time. They need another pretty face to look at.
Oh gosh.
I agree. That's that's one of my best friends, David. So for him to say that says a whole lot right there, I tell you.
Awesome. Well, I was trying not to call in because I'm the person when it's quiet in the room, I'll speak up. I don't like that awkward silence.
Yep.
I was trying to let someone else call in.
Well, nobody else wanted to talk to me. Nobody likes me. Nobody wanted to talk to me.
We're all just shy.
That's okay. It's all good. And I appreciate you calling in. Yes. And here's the thing, guys.
It's perplexing. I want to know. Go ahead.
No. Please. What you were going to say is way more important than what I was going to say.
I doubt it. I just want to know why they're changing their story. Because I think you already said it. I feel like they don't know what happened, and so they're just trying to be like, oh, it must have been this.
Yep.
Because they can't prove what their initial thought was.
Yep.
But I don't understand. I always thought, I guess I was wrong, but it seems like Ellie would be more responsible with what they put out, so I assumed they had some solid evidence.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised they would say that just based on a hunch,
Yeah. No, I agree. And that's what my problem is with law enforcement. Yeah. That's what my problem has been with law enforcement recently, is that they're giving up quickly. They're not following through. They're not giving us, they're not giving anything. Thank you, Molly. Again, guys, this is care of I call her good golly, Miss Molly, but it's Molly Drake. And you're not seeing this right now, so it doesn't pertain to you, Miss Holly, but you'll see it when you hang up. It's a map of the whole area there, where Debbie was found, where the rehab is, and the closeness of it to it. Okay. Yeah, I highly agree with you, Holly, in regards to that, because there should be a lot more that they have and they don't, and it doesn't make sense. Okay. And then this whole thing that they're doing with Jeffrey really bugs me a lot. Because again, he deserves so much more and so much better, and so does his mother, Debbie. So it's horrible.
Well, the attitude of them to laugh at him and blow him off like that, I feel, is very telling.
Mm-hmm.
It
speaks volumes.
I don't know how to put it. It speaks volumes, and I don't know how to put it into words. But you know what I'm trying to say. Everyone knows what I'm trying to say, because it's unacceptable, and it's.
Absolutely.
It's on a psychology level, there's something to it, laughing it off and trying to belittle him. It's no.
Right. And of course, there's the fact running around that the sheriff. Now, again, I'm not trying to throw this out there as a conspiracy theory, because I don't like doing that. But the sheriff has the same last name that Andrew's mother does. It's kind of weird. Okay. They're all from that area.
It's worth looking into.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm. It is definitely worth looking into. So I never put.
Are you going to pull up the video of Debbie at the dollar?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because I'm curious now just to look at that a little.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I have that planned for sure. But just real quick, you said you can't see this, but I'm going to go this real fast with these guys. This is where Debbie was. Okay, guys, right here. And it shows the 931.72 feet back into the woods. Okay. The rehab is right here, guys. It's closer to go from the rehab to where Debbie was found than it is to go from the road. Do you see what I'm saying? even if somebody hadn't parked here, I still think there was a car parked here because of the way she was parked. But she was literally found on their property, it looks like. And Daisy made that point too. It's within their property line, okay? You see that? The Victory Home thrift store is over here. Rehab is right here, guys. She was right there. I mean, right there. It's crazy. It's very close, and if it's not locked down, those people can come and go as they please.
Oh wow, I pulled it up on my screen.
Yeah, it's very weird, very weird.
I mean, come on.
You see what I'm saying?
I've always thought, and maybe it was from you originally, about the drug debt, and someone, it's so plausible that someone in rehab could be in rehab because they're involved with drugs.
Right. Well, she was
that needs to be paid off.
That's what I thought from day one. I really did, because initially law enforcement said that this was drug related and blah blah blah. So I went into that, Yeah, that's a good point too.
There it is, right there on the screen. It's right there.
It says, I mean, it gives at least one other direction to go with that I've been trying to point at since the beginning. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
So this makes more sense to me than self-infliction. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. It doesn't.
No, and then the burning, that's not how a woman's gonna do it. I'm sorry. Men, I don't know how many men would do it either, but
none. No, men are, excuse my phrasing, men are pussies. Okay, men are not going to hurt themselves just as much as a woman's not going to hurt herself. I'm sorry. I've not seen one time in the years that I did this a self-inflicted burning victim. Never. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It's like 1% to 2%, I believe, is something like that, of people that would do this. And usually when they do it, they're on something pretty hardcore to make them do something like that. Do you know what I mean? Because again, the pain is you can't handle that. It will literally throw you into shock, which is what I think happened with her, possibly. Why she may have came out of, either she was knocked out or drugged or something, and may came out of that state because of the pain and the shock. Which is why I still feel very possible that she may have had a cardiac emergency, or a heart attack, as they call it.
Right.
So let me pull up this
Didn't she have heart problems?
We had heard that, but again, we don't know for sure. I'd like to find those out, and hopefully, if and when I talk to Jeffrey, I can find that out for sure, and we'll have that as a definite. Do you know what I mean?
Right, that would be nice to know. I hope he can trust you. I mean, of all people on the YouTube, I really think he would be good for him. A good person to have on his side.
I definitely like to help him. That's for sure. And if it means putting that story out the way we do, if all these things are true, then that would be a good way to kind of make law enforcement help him in the way that he needs, and stop disrespecting him the way that they're doing it.
Exactly. Oh man, poor guy does not deserve that at all.
Not at all.
Respect. He's also a victim in a way,
100%. 100%. And his mother's memory deserves a lot more respect than it's getting.
Definitely.
Again, it goes back to my whole true justice thing. That's what this deserves, just as any other case does, and she's not getting it. I'm sorry.
No, it sounds like they're copping out. Oh, is that where the term comes from?
Very well could be.
Copping out.
Copping out, that's right. Yes, Miss Heather, I am. Okay, let me blow this up for you guys. This is the other version that Molly sent me. Thank you again, once again, Miss Molly. Good golly, you're so helpful. Now this has the creek in it, okay? Here is the map again, surrounding the rehab's property. This is Debbie again. And I'm going to venture to say she was right in here. There's the Little Panther Creek right there. in the direction she was going. So it's good to have this
straight blue line, the creek.
I think this dot right here is the creek where my cursor is. Do you see it?
Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
I think the line is just the path that leads down to the creek.
Okay.
But do you see how close?
For some reason, I thought she was closer to the creek. It's confused. It's hard to.
Well, here.
Watch the video. You know, I want to scroll around. I want to like move my camera or what I can see when people are down there walking around. Because I can't quite tell what's going on. I think that one you just played was it was a great visual. And that other burning, I hadn't seen that before.
Nobody did. Nobody did
really?
at all.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm so grateful to Twisted for what they've given us. That's amazing. Nobody knew that. You know, to see the actual other spots that were burnt, the area where, you know, hate to say it, but there was flesh there that had burnt. Sadly,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's stuff that we didn't know about. And this, that says something else to me too, that law enforcement was very sloppy with that crime scene. Very, very sloppy. Doug was saying that from the beginning. Why are there gloves all over the place? Why is this still here? Why is that still here? It shouldn't still be there. They should have collected everything, and they didn't. Why?
Why? Yeah, it's wild.
That's not. None of those gloves come from EMS. I can almost promise you that, because once we have our gloves on, we don't take them off till we get back to the rig, which is the ambulance. Okay. Because you're touching everything. There's so much blood-burn stuff and other things that you can get. We're trained to leave our gloves on. Unless they tear, then you change them out. But again, that had to have been from forensics. Okay. So they left all those gloves. They left that piece of her jersey there. They left just so much stuff there. For what? And if nothing else,
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, if nothing else, that's just disgusting that they littered like that too, you know?
Right?
Clean up your mess. Come on. So, thank you once again.
It's interesting to know about the EMTs are trained to keep gloves on till they get back to their vehicle or the rig.
Yes. Yeah. Honest to God, in the medical field, that's the first thing they teach anybody is about gloving, especially nowadays, because there's so many different diseases going around. We have COVID, we have this, we have that. I mean, there's a lot, guys. A whole lot. So now that you've seen all my email stuff, nothing worth looking at, but hey, anyway, yeah, there's a lot involved in that video itself that we didn't see. So, Kat, that's a good point, Kat. She says the mess the sheriff's department left tells me that they don't care much more than Sheriff Terrell. I mean, it's a point. It's a very good point, Kat. Thank you, Miss Heather. Thank you so much, Miss Heather. Yeah, that's a fact, Breezy, and that's a good point. Just like you just said too. Debbie's family and friends at this point are victims, and Debbie does deserve true justice. And that's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna give Debbie the voice that she no longer has to tell us and her family what actually happened, because she deserves that.
She definitely deserves it, and shame on them for trying to just wrap it up.
Yeah, and I feel.
I mean, I'm assuming they just can't figure it out, but I don't know.
Right. No, I agree with you, and I feel absolutely horrible for Jeffrey. I really do. This kid just lost his mother. You know, I'm sure they had a very good relationship, and what does he have now? You know,
right.
His father, I believe his biological father passed away, and now all he's got left is Amanda. I mean, that's, and God forbid.
I can't imagine reaching out to law enforcement to get help.
Yeah, I know. Can you imagine that?
What's going on and getting laughed at? I can't imagine that.
Nope, neither can I. And it really, really angers me. Homemade chicken noodle soup.
Good for him for calling him out, you know?
Absolutely. Good for him for not letting it happen and not just backing down and saying okay. And I don't blame him. That's his mother. That is his mother. You guys, can you imagine? I don't even want to. And I don't think any of you want to imagine having to go through this and then to deal with that too. It's just sad. Beyond sad.
Well, it's going to blow up in their face because now it's got us all fired up, you know?
That's right. Thank you, Miss Heather. That's right. Hashtag Big Debbie's voice. Sorry, guys. I had candy in my mouth.
Are you eating your kids' Halloween candy?
I didn't hear anything you just said.
I said, are you eating your kids' Halloween candy?
No, I heard you. I'm pretending I didn't hear you, I should say.
Oh. La la la.
Yeah. Now, this is just extra stuff. I shouldn't be eating it anyway. I don't eat sugar anymore, but I like Smarties. I always have. Sorry. These things. We actually had, this was leftover.
I got candy for my mom and I ate it all.
This was leftover from what we were passing out because we literally had like no trick-or-treaters because we live out in the boondocks. So my wife bought 2 bags of this and we have these and these left over. All the good stuff is gone already. My older kids grabbed that as soon as they could. So yeah, I don't know why. I have always liked Smarties for whatever reason. But anyway, thank you again for those emails, Molly. I will hang on to that and refer to that again because it does show a whole different thing. You know, it's a whole. It gives you a different light to look at this in. It really does. And I've been saying that again since the beginning. You guys know that I swear to God, for whatever reason, I wanted to think that this had something to do with that rehab possibly, and or her paying off maybe a drug debt or something like that because of the Venmo message. But again, if I'm wrong, absolutely 100% own it. I have no worries doing that. But why is nobody touching on that? Because it makes a lot more sense than a self-inflicted self-oofing, as Jules puts it. Because I don't.
What did she call it?
Self-oofing.
You like it?
I guess that's what it means. That's a better way of putting it than what it sounds like, and YouTube doesn't like it.
Yep. No, it makes a lot of sense in my brain.
I found this today. It's supposed to go on my truck. I don't know why it never did. It was filed in with my papers for whatever reason. 100 grand. I never did like the 100 grand bars. I don't know why. It's like an over-exaggerated Nestle Crunch to me. So, I don't know. Yes. Hashtag be Debbie's voice, because she sure does deserve it.
I was surprised how close the rehab was to where she was found. I didn't realize that until watching them drive from where she was parked to there.
Yeah, well,
and then seeing that map, it's like, okay, right there.
Well, the address given where they found her and so on and so forth, I believe it's even on the death certificate, is the address basically Victory Home Drive. So I knew it was close.
Oh.
And I knew that the woods had to have been linked to it at one point somewhere. And there it was, right in front of our faces. So once again, great stuff, Twisted. I love their stuff. I'm really subbed up to them for good. And I'll be checking all their stuff now because they do great stuff. Their content was great.
Yeah, it was really good.
I hate candy corn. Sorry, Kim. I can't stand it. It makes me, the thinking about it makes me sick. I don't understand it. Yeah, that's horrible. Years ago, my daddy was unalived in a traumatic fashion by an animal, not human. I had a similar issue with our sheriff, and this man had known my family and me before I was born. Wow, that's sad. I'm so sorry, Kat. So sorry.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I don't know for a fact, Squirrel. I hope he does. I really do. Really do. Because, see, he had a post that he put up that somebody else had contacted the sheriff. The sheriff said he never spoke to him. And Jeffrey said that he has screenshots of it. So that says there, that he did, speak to him, in my opinion. And the sheriff's denying it now. So that makes it look even worse.
He's denying it. Interesting.
Right. Why are you denying it? David.
Yeah.
I can't eat sugar daddies. I never could. They rip my teeth out. Mary Jane's. I like those things. What are those things called? They're like caramel, round, and they have like that white, powdery, soft stuff in the middle of them. Do you know what I'm talking about? I love those.
White, powdery stuff?
It's like a white, chewy, soft stuff in the middle of it. And the surrounding part is... No. They come in like a clear wrapper that's twisted on both ends. And it's just a round piece of like caramel, I think. And then in the middle, there's a white stuff in the middle of it. I don't know what it's called. Yes, I stole David's candy. He's in Australia and I'm in Ohio, but I stole it. You got me. Cowtails. Yes, Heather. But there's a bigger version of those. That's it. Cowtails have that same thing. I love those. Bit of honeys are okay. Bullseyes.
I've never heard of a cowtail.
You've never heard of a cowtail? Oh, Lord. Oh, my goodness. They have different flavors of them, too, like green apple, and I think there's, like, strawberry and stuff, and they have the inside of them is a white... It's almost powdery, like. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but they're so good.
I see. I looked them up. I've never seen those before.
Cowtail, yeah. Check it out. Try one time. You'll be completely surprised. I never had any urge to try it. And then I tried one day. My kid had, and I was like, what is this? Oh, man. Because it like satisfies two different sweet tooths at the same time, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody said they're called bullseyes. So maybe that's what they are. They hit it right on the bullseye. That's for sure. I love them. So
I finally got it set up so I could see the chat. All right, I'm going to be able to figure this out.
I told you it wasn't that hard. All right, guys, give me 1 second here. I want to do something. Might as well do it while you're live on here. Brock's. Yes, Daisy. Brax candies are amazing. My grandfather used to get them, all the different flavored Tootsie Rolls and stuff, by the handfuls.
Squirrel's asking what the screenshots are of. Were they of his conversation, like texting?
I think so. He said that he had screenshots of him talking to the sheriff somehow. I'm curious to know how he did that with a screenshot, unless it's like a... unless he has the transcription screenshotted, maybe.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I have no idea what an Idaho Spud Bar is, Molly. Sounds different, but that's the only thing I can think of, Squirrel. If he's got the transcription screenshotted, maybe. Sometimes you can do that, but I've never... I don't know.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to talk to him and figure it out.
Yeah. Oh, I can't eat those orange peanut things, Kim. Ugh. They make my teeth hurt thinking about them. It's like eating styrofoam. All right, let me see something here, guys. Give me 1 second. Circus peanuts, that's what they're called. I do not like those. My mother-in-law loves those. Like I said, it's like eating styrofoam. Okay, bear with me for 1 second. See here. That's what I think she could have had in that purse, Seabreeze. That she may have had money You know what I mean? And that's why she sent the rest of that money to, maybe that's why she sent the rest of that money to Amanda, because they wouldn't let her go and she didn't want them to get a hold of that too. Okay.
Maybe.
That's just a thought. You know, I'm not saying that's 100% true. It's just a thought. Okay, hold on here, guys. All right, let's check this out real quick. Yes, that's good too, Molly. Very much so.
New developments in the mysterious death of an Athens.
Okay, this is an older video, of course, but yes, the Brock's caramel creams, those are amazing. I like all that older style candy, very much so. My grandfather got me addicted to that a long time ago. The Smarties, yes, Smarties are great.
You are what you eat.
Uh-huh. Well, then I need to eat way more of them. Like bags of them. Okay. All right, guys, let's check this out now.
Woman in Habersham County. Video has surfaced of Debbie Collier at a Clayton business the day before investigators found
her body miles away from the store. Fox 5's Kevin Stewart has the video, and he is live from Habersham County's Sheriff's Department with more details.
Yeah, Christine, investigators are calling this case complex, and certainly they have a lot more to do, but this new revelation video is clearing some things up. This is Debbie Collier walking into a Family Dollar in Clayton, Georgia on Saturday, September 10th. It's just before 3 p.m.
Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay.
Saturday, September 10th. It's just before 3. This is Debbie Collier walking into a Family Dollar in Clayton, Georgia on Saturday, September 10th. It's just before 3 p.m., only hours before Family Dollar in Clayton, Georgia on Saturday, September 10th.
There is no way that that's Amanda, okay? Because Amanda's legs are a lot, not to be rude, but they're a lot bigger than that, okay?
Yep.
If we go back here,
yep.
Watching her walk in, right there, her legs are a lot bigger than that, guys. I'm sorry, at least from what I've seen.
Collier walking into a Family Dollar in Clayton, Georgia on Saturday, September 10th. It's just before 3 p.m., only hours before Collier's husband reported her. In this security camera video, you can see her picking up several things, including a rain poncho, a tarp, paper towels, and a torch lighter. The Habersham County Sheriff's Department says.
And that clerk is looking at her in the face, you guys. Back up and watch the clerk talking to her. She's looking her dead in the face.
Husband reported her missing. In this security camera video, you can see her picking up several things, including a rain poncho, a tarp, paper towels, and a torch lighter. The Habersham County Sheriff's Department says this clue is crucial. A spokesman tells Fox 5 News all of those items are at the crime scene the next day, next to Collier's nude body with burn marks on it. They didn't know how they got there. Now they do. Also, they now know Collier was still alive at 3 that afternoon. But here's the added twist. In a statement, investigators say over the weekend, Collier's daughter, Amanda Bearden, told them she was at the Clayton Family Dollar that Saturday. A review of security video and interviews so far hasn't backed that claim up. and we have been trying to reach Ms. Bearden all day, but have been unsuccessful. We came here to the Sheriff's Department, scheduled to get an interview, but they decided that they're going to hold off until later in the week to do on-camera interviews.
All right. Like I said, the legs definitely are not. Amanda's legs are a lot bigger. Again, I'm not trying to be rude, but it's just a fact.
No, yeah, definitely. And it's curious. So her son is saying he doesn't think that's his mom.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully I will find out.
We don't really know because there's not a lot of, there are a lot of pictures of her, but we don't really know when they're from. Right. Like her hair looks wild to me, but
it does.
Maybe her hair had grown out.
But it could be that visor that's making it look like that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And somebody else in here said, where did I see it? That she's not walking like she has a back problem. Now, if she had her pain medication in her, she would walk like there was nothing wrong with her, though. Remember that.
True.
I'm just saying. I don't know. This is why I'm definitely going to try to talk to him. I'm hoping that he's okay with that. Like I said, he responded to me. We spoke a little bit, and I'm hoping to talk to him about that. And I'm hoping that we can help him. And Amanda, I think, I'm not trying to be crude either or weird, but Amanda, let me see if I can find it. Amanda is not, it seems like, it does. That's true, Erie. Good to see you, by the way. Nobody has said anything about finding the visor, Molly. Thank you, Heather. Amanda, it did not seem, from what I could tell, as busty as Debbie did. Did I say that correctly?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not trying to be crude by any means, but you almost notice that Debbie has a different figure than Amanda does. Okay. Yeah. So let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about real quick here. Amanda has an entirely different figure than Debbie did. Debbie is smaller framed and thinner. Okay. Debbie had skinnier legs. Amanda, again, I'm not trying to be rude. Or just, Amanda was a lot frumpier than, let me see something. I don't know how else to put it.
It's hard to talk about body size.
It is.
Offensive.
Right. Let me see if I can.
It's not like you're doing it to be cruel. We're just trying to compare and contrast.
Good to see you, Erie.
Okay.
Exactly. I just want you guys to see what I'm talking about.
Immediate hysterical.
When she was younger, maybe, but not now. Andrew's dad lives in the same area that Debbie was found.
Walmart, Ulta. I drove around for at least 2 hours and giving.
Okay, here's one thing right here. The face, you guys, the face. We didn't see all of Debbie's face in that video. Okay. But what we did see definitely was not this. Again, no, not trying to be rude or crude by any means, but if you look at Amanda's face in this video, do you see this under here? All of this right here? You didn't see any of that on that whoever walked into that store. The face was a lot smaller. All we saw was this part right here. And the hair. Look at Amanda's hair right here. Okay? It's a lot darker. And this was what, a couple days after this happened. This is a lot darker than Debbie's hair was. Debbie's hair was more bleached out. This is like a dishwater blonde, okay? Even with, if it was a wig, it was a wig. Okay, I get that. But look at the face. You didn't thin out the face.
No, I go on record saying that that was not Amanda.
It is. It's not.
It could be someone else.
You're very much right, but it definitely wasn't Amanda.
No way.
I'm trying for them to cut to show the rest of her. But most importantly, we saw the bottom half of that face. This is not it. That is definitely not it. It definitely wasn't this ugly dude. Okay, again, do you see what I'm saying?
It's real funny.
Yeah. It was not Amanda. Female body. I am not. I am not. Squirrel. I'm just making reference to show you guys. I have been in the past, but I am no longer. I retired from that job too. But anyway, so yeah, that definitely was not Amanda. For anybody that thinks it was her, it could have been anybody else. Okay, that's a fact. Let me see something here. Somebody else brought up the fact that Andrew Guy, yeah, his last name, that guy. That, let me see, his father, one second, had a girlfriend, or I guess that very, very possibly could have pulled that off because she's thinner and she could have just worn a wig. Andrew's dad's girlfriend. Okay, hold on a minute. Give me a second here. It looks like Debbie to me. I'm sorry. I agree with Squirrel. It really does. It looks just like Debbie. The hair does look different, but she has that that visor on. So it looks to me like she pulled her hair up through the visor and then out the sides of it and did her hair after she put the visor on. Okay?
Yeah.
And just
she does look a little, I mean, it's hard because not having seen, like, or I don't know if I or we have seen recent pictures of her.
Right.
Like, she looks bigger in this video picture at the Family Dollar.
Mm-hmm.
She looks more petite in other pictures.
Well, and she had bulkier clothes on in that video at the Family Dollar. This is Andrew's mother, by the way. And she looks bigger than Andrew, but, you know, that's his mother. And then, let's see, where'd that go? Where they showed, okay, I think this right here is Andrew's father's girlfriend. Or no, that's his mother. That's her intake picture, I'm sorry. It looks a little different than the other picture. Okay, that's his goofy looking intake picture. This guy is so goofy. I don't care for him. I'm sorry. I had a picture of, yeah, see, you guys can tell right here in this picture. Look at her and look at Debbie. Okay? They have two different builds, completely different. And Debbie's smaller, gosh, capers. Anyway. Smaller than Amanda to begin with. Shorter and a lot smaller framed. Okay. So there's that. And then let me see here. There was a picture that they showed, it's just a very quick one of Andrew's father's girlfriend. It was just a facial picture, I think. Let me see here. Well, I don't think it's in this video for whatever reason, but where is the picture? Oh, wait, nope. Where's the picture of his father? Come on, Dago. Why am I singing a song about that? I don't know. Yeah, okay. I swear to God, I saw a picture of his dad. His dad looks kind of goofy like him. So anyway, it's not here. But hold on. I will one of these. I'll find a way to find a picture of his dad's girlfriend. 1 second.
You can do it.
Sure, I can. I hope I can.
You can do it. I'm looking at pictures of Debbie, just trying to see.
Yeah.
Compared to the video or
I want to know.
Or the Family Dollar, and it's like those kind of surveillance cameras could add a little weight to a person. Like
Yes.
they say like 10 pounds. Cameras add 10 pounds. So.
Right.
I'm so curious why her son doesn't think it's her.
That's what I want to know. I wanted to ask him too. Again, like, why do you think that's not your mother? What is it that makes you think that that's not your mother? So.
Yeah, if he hadn't have said that, I would have assumed it was her. So now I'm really curious.
Right. Exactly. I can definitely show you the father. And I just showed you his mother. Which his mother looks like, she's an attractive lady, or at least could have been. But she was bad with the drugs and stuff like that and went to prison. And there was rumor going around that did Debbie have something to do with her going to prison? And was this a vengeance thing? So on and so forth. But, and that's true, Breezy. That jersey was big on Debbie. She had it tucked in and it was poofed out because it was so big. She's a very smaller framed person. So she's just tiny. And I mean, even like in the pictures of her standing next to Steve, she looks like a child. He's a big guy, but still, she's little, itty bitty, and Amanda's not itty bitty. So, let's see here.
These cameras better by now. Like they're never just quite good enough.
Right. They're always just off a little.
Just a little blurry.
All right, so this right here is the home that Andrew's father lives in the same town that Debbie was found in, okay? Well, it was. Where'd it go? Right there. That's the house that he lives in. With another woman, they said, which I think might be his mother. Or Andrew's grandmother, per se. But see, look at Debbie here in this picture, how small she is. And look at her legs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I'm saying? She's tiny, guys. She really is tiny. Amanda is not. So that was definitely not Amanda. There's no two ways to look at that. Even heavier set people have smaller legs at the bottom. Amanda does not. So that was not Amanda. I'm sorry to say it. Let's see. Okay, here's a perfect picture of how to tell. All right, you're looking at Debbie's legs right now, correct? You can see them. Perfect. Now, look at Amanda's right here. No way in hell. Nope. Definitely not. This would have been seen, okay? And for that skirt that Debbie was wearing would not have fit this right here. But look down here. At the very least, that's definitely not her. And she's bigger. She's bigger boned. All of it. It's just period. That's definitely not Amanda.
Yeah, no way.
This is Andrew's father, Max. Love the ears, brother. I bet you can hear what I'm talking about now, no matter where you're at, right? I could see Andrew's face right there.
Yeah, me too.
More hair, whatever.
Not a good picture.
Well, I don't think they take good pictures, period.
Nope.
Here we are again. Look at the legs, guys. There's no way in hell that's Amanda. And again, it's just not. Period. The hair is definitely different. No. No. I agree, Breezy. I agree. Again, he's grieving. Remember that. And up here again, that skirt right there, those thighs, would have been touching. Okay? I'm not trying to be a dick or be rude, but I'm just saying.
No, even her forearms, like, yeah.
Everything. She's way smaller.
Yeah.
That's just a statement made by made by Andrew's father, Max. Yes, Sherry's right. She has ham hocks. That's what you call it. So there's Andrew's mother and Andrew and his little baby-sized self. Jesus, he's almost, my grandson's almost bigger than him. Like I said,
that photo looks photoshopped to me. It doesn't even look right.
I know. Wow, he's very malformed. Yeah. See, then there's his dad. Again. I don't think we want to keep seeing him. So let's move to something.
See the resemblance.
Oh, you can definitely see it. And then there's Andrew again. Like I said, his mother, she's an attractive lady, at least in this picture. She has nice hair and all that stuff. But she's in prison, so that doesn't matter.
That is just the weirdest picture. I'm sorry. His face is like a different color.
Yeah, you're right.
Just odd.
I absolutely agree. And then here we are again. This is Amanda. Big Steve. Debbie. Jeffrey. Jeffrey's wife. No worries, life and love. Thank you very much. By the way, good to see you here. There's another picture of Debbie. Looks a little bit older. Another picture of Amanda. Definitely two different people.
100%. I was trying to look up something new. Like I said, I took a hard left and started following Quentin's case.
Mm-hmm.
But I went back this morning and
no, I get it.
You were talking, and I couldn't even find anything recent on Debbie Collier. I
get it. There really isn't anything because they don't have anything else. That's the problem. They have nothing else. That's why.
From her son coming out.
That's it. That's absolutely it. Yes, he does, Sherry. He looks very smug and very cold, just like Andrew. I just think Andrew's a little bit more of a dingbat than his father, probably. Makes me wonder if the mother used drugs while she was pregnant with him, because he just doesn't seem to have, unless he just took too many hits to the head. So, there it is, guys. Again, that's definitely not Amanda. I don't know who it very might well could be somebody else, but I'm sorry. It's Debbie to me. When I look at it, I see Debbie. I see her shape, her physique. The hair looks like Debbie's. It's just different because of what she's wearing. You know, we're not used to seeing her dressed in relaxed clothes. She always dresses very well because she has class.
That's true.
You know, and she's used to dressing because of where she worked at a certain way, and if it is the weekend, mind you, she's not at work, and she's not, she was just doing everyday things. The tennis shoes were some type of I'm sorry, life and love. 1 second. It is right there. Right there at the very bottom under the Maribeth. Welcome, Maribeth. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. It's right underneath Maribeth, Life, Love, and True Crime. By the way, guys, I really, really do appreciate these emails you guys send me. I love it. It helps so much with this stuff. It really does. You cleaned the pipe out. Miss Cece, thank you so much for posting that. Again, guys, my Cash Apps and PayPals have been posted because it does help me, guys. It does in a lot of ways. And thank you so much for who has helped me. and donated. It's very well appreciated, guys. Very, very much. Thank you, Miss Cece. And again, welcome, Mary Beth. It's good to have you here. Thank you so much for listening, Sherry. I appreciate you. We had a good amount of people in here today. I think it was a great stream. I really, really appreciate you guys being here. I've been going about 3.5 hours now, so I might want to bring it down. As much as I don't.
My cue. I'm going to jump off then.
Oh, well, it's okay.
Now,
I'm going to be calling you back, and I'm going to do a test call with you and try the whole video thing and see if you're okay with that. And then we'll go from there, okay?
Yeah, that sounds great.
I'll do it here. It'll be a little while, but we'll see how it works. But thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you so much, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you, Holly.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, hon. Bye-bye. Yes, guys, we got to give her some confidence. She's nervous about doing this, but I think she'll be great. She has a great voice for it, as Squirrel said, and I thank you for that. Be careful, Sherry. Please do. But yes, guys, thank you once again. Did you get the email? Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. I got the video. Thank you. Yes, this is the picture I saw before. Now, see this picture, okay? Life Love, thank you so much for this. I very much appreciate this. All right, here we go, guys. Before I go anywhere, check this out, okay? This I could see, but I don't understand what the motive would be. I don't get it, okay? This is Andrew's stepmother. Andrew's father, I want to call her. Andrew's father's wife, I'm sorry. Her name is Bree. Now, put a wig on her, okay? Yes, that could be depicted as Debbie. If you dress her that certain way, put that either do her hair that way or put a wig on her. That. What's up, Radio? Radio. I have a whole different view of you, Radio. Last night was amazing. You should be in theater, I'm telling you right now. See, that's what I'm saying. I could see how people would mistake that. Okay? I could definitely see how people would mistake this. You're Bree. That's right. I'm sorry about that. That's sorry about that, guys. I was talking too fast. My ADHD took over. It was a lot of fun, Radio. But yeah, this is very easily done, in my opinion. That could be because the chin and the face right here, you see that, guys? I could see that. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that, Bree. My apologies. Again, my mouth was talking before my head was. ADHD in its finest. Yeah, see? And I agree with you, Seabreeze. That is a possibility, and I'm not going to deny that. Let's cover this up right here, okay? From the nose up. Because that's what we saw. Right here and up, covered up. Put a wig on. That could be definitely mistaken. Okay? You're definitely good at that stuff, Radio. I'm telling you. You're too good. Thank you for that. Yeah, Radio Gods is awesome. That's a fact, Kim. Thank you for that picture so much. Life, love, life, and true crime. Sorry. It's a tongue twister. Very much appreciated, though. So, yeah, that could be done, but definitely not Amanda. The chin is about the same, and the mouth, okay? And again, that's all we saw. So, thank you. I don't know why I couldn't find that picture. I've seen it before, but now what's the motive? What is the motive? Why would this woman get involved in something that had anything to do with Debbie? Unless there were problems. You know, the fact that Amanda's mother or that Debbie wasn't accepting of Andrew, man, I just don't know. I don't know, Exactly, Holly, exactly. Steve's Facebook was connected with Debbie's Dandelions. And Steve is not a Facebook type person. I'm sorry. I don't see him being on there. I don't believe he was. Yes, Jinx. It's very possible. I don't know for sure, Seabreeze, but it's very possible. Very possible. These are things I'd like to know. But again, this was a whole different look at this case, guys. I feel like it was. It was an enlightening video. And it gave us right. And there it is. A visor can push your hair up a bit and make it look different. That's very true. See? They do. My wife used to wear them all the time. And her hair looked completely different when she would wear them. My mother-in-law wears them constantly. When she doesn't have one on, I don't know who she is. So I don't know why she wears it either. She wears one every day, all day long. It's weird. That or a baseball hat. So I'm thinking, guys. I'm thinking. This case is driving me nuts. Especially now, this whole thing with Jeffrey. I feel really bad for him. I want to do something to help him in a bad way. I do. Hot in here. Must be warm outside. I haven't been out there in a while. I'm sweating. Anyway. Yeah, that's true too, Squirrel. I like the way you put that, though. Things that make you go, That's no lie. Okay, I don't want to look at that picture anymore. That's going down. So anyway, everyone. She could have more blonde hair now, too. I don't know how old that picture. Right, her hair could be cut the same way. We don't know. And I feel so bad for her son. It's not even funny, guys. I can't. I tried to put myself in his shoes and imagine the feeling. I can't do it. I love my mother so much. I couldn't do it. I don't want to do it. Yeah. Oh, I don't know what the point in a visor is either. Thank you, Miss Heather. Very much appreciated, guys. Very much. Stretching. All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to do it for this afternoon, I should say. Yeah, it's been a long one. 3 hours and 35 minutes. It was great, though, guys. I really enjoyed this stream. I think it was very informative. Again, I want to thank Twisted Crime. And thank you, No Thanks for introducing that. I love Twisted Crime's content. I really do. I like their point of views. I like the way they handled it. It was awesome stuff. It really was. And I think they're very helpful in a lot of ways. Radio, you have an amazing day as well. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Maribeth, please do. I think you'll enjoy it, guys. On your way out the door, if you haven't, please hit the like button. I appreciate it. Let's keep us in that algorithm so we can keep on going the way we're going. It was a great show, guys. I'm very happy with the way things went today. I'm very, 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 very happy with you guys for being here and supporting me. I love it. You guys are amazing. For those of you with the super chats, thank you again so much. And the super stickers. And I love you too. Life, love, and true crime. I do. I really do. I love you guys to death. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you all that may have donated cash and PayPal very much. Cash App and PayPal, I very much appreciate that too. And I just love you guys for being here and supporting me and all the kind things you say to me and about me and for just wanting to watch what I do. That means a lot to me, guys. And I will let you know any news that I have. Yes, I love all my meatballs. Thank you guys for jumping into the sauce with me today and getting dirty. And again, guys, I think we have a new aspect and a new point of view to look at this with, because it really seems like that to me. So once again, guys, have a great rest of your day. Hopefully I will see you soon. This evening, I'm sure, somewhere. And until then, guys, make sure you love yourselves and love each other, because that's all we got. I love you guys. Be good. See you soon. Bye-bye.